with Phil stumbling drunkenly out of his bed, preparing in his head all the things he's wanted to be said. 90 minutes for Phil to fill with so much time to kill, he promised chill, but all he does instead is beg and shill. The stream's online and straight away begins to whine, but all is fine as long as Charles Benignan doesn't step out of line. His content's immature for all to enjoy, like fresh when you're, but I feel sure he ran through to feel so insecure. The money earned from yesterday was withdrawn and long gone, as Phil's spending impulse is always set to stay on. His supports is also slow and stays so low and fails to grow. You never know, the show may turn into an easy bingo. We're strict over across the board, we charge the war because the score can't be ignored. Just how much DSP makes us all feel so bored. To help us fight or sleep and try to keep alert to watch it creep, we play bingo while Phil will bitch on why is she but also cheap. While DSP is chasing green, we're seeing green across our screen as Phil's routine predictability rivals our soul machine. He's not in burping, leaning, ban. It matters not if Andrew fans chatters can't see if others make him feel less of a man. Takes a drink and slaps his leg before launching into a bike, pretending there for bills when truth is there to buy a wrestling JPEG. Talks about his shitty life of Clawless Cat and fatty wife and all his strife while forgetting that tits are well and they were right. With drama he will react, but as an actor it's a fact as he rehearsed to be exact in how he felt he was attacked. Three streams nearly over and a win is in sight, with little white despite Phil's delight that tits were not light. We'll say alright, it is okay, and now it's time for Phil to play, but first he'll say that tits will help from being off the other day, and with those words we win again. It's never if but always when the game is won, and thanks to that we made it to the very end. Hey guys, King Jad here and welcome back to DSP Bingo. So it is today, Sunday, the 17th of August 2025. I do hope you're all doing very well indeed, and I hope you're having a very enjoyable weekend so far, whatever it is you ended up doing. Of course, I had a pretty nice detox day from Phil yesterday. I didn't really do much relating to Phil. I enjoyed my Saturday essentially, you know what I mean? I've actually had quite a productive weekend, you know what I mean, in the grand scheme of things. I have recorded 2 separate gameplay videos which I will schedule to be uploaded while I'm away. So I'm going to schedule uploads while I'm away. So there's still, you know, some things happening on my channel for people to enjoy while I'm away on vacation. But yeah, long story short, I continued the career mode of Phil Burnell in Wrestling Revolution 2D. You remember, so when Phil was off in the sabbatical, when Phil was off for 5 random days, we started a career mode in the Wrestling Revolution 2D game. And I thought I would continue the journey in that for you know, but I went on it offline. But recorded it though. I've recorded the journey so far, and it's been an interesting journey so far, to say the least. So if people actually kind of enjoyed seeing Phil Burnell's bizarre journey so far, and being a professional style wrestler in Wrestling Revolution 2D, you got some things to look forward to. There's a whole bunch of shenanigans and drama. You got injuries, you've got some drug stuff, you know what I mean, you have conspiracies, you have some shenanigans, you have cheating, you have Phil fucking getting threatened to getting fired and then getting hired again. There's all sorts of ups and downs, and just the 2 episodes I've recorded so far, you know what I mean. But so there's going to be 2 videos ready to be uploaded. I might, if I have time, I'll record a 3rd one as well. And maybe, I mean, best case scenario, I might be able to record like a video, like you know, maybe 4 or 5 videos while I'm away, you know, and schedule them to get uploaded while I'm away. So yeah, but there's at least 2 so far. I can guarantee at least 2 so far. We'll see if I can get some more going. I mean, obviously, I'm actually having a lot of fun in the Wrestling Revolution 2D thing. It is quite a fun fucking thing to see the kind of how the story kind of evolves. And how you can sometimes be on top of the world and all of a sudden you're like, okay, get the fuck out of here. It's a very strange wrestling game, but it's quite fucking funny to see the things that come up in that game. Especially when it's like fucking like, oh, Phil Burnell's gained weight. I was like, oh no shit, yeah, definitely. But anyway, you guys can look forward to that later on if you feel like you want to enjoy that later on. Also, those will be uploaded while I'm away on a good old vacation. But yeah, I've got a week to go. This time next week I'll be in sunny Spain. I'm going to the Canary Islands. Obviously that's a week away. Before then we'll have some bingo to look forward to and enjoy. Phil Burnell is playing another open beta session of Battlefield 6 today, so fucking ready for that. Who cares? Yeah, who cares? Not a lot to show you before we start, obviously. There's a clip here that Meowbloke made from Phil's Friday night shenanigans, incorporating Phil's... You know, you'll see what I mean, but yeah, basically, Phil is still angry.
Did you see how angry I was? Roll throw, yo! In his laggy connection, roll throw. Before I met Cat, it beats everything in the game, you fucking retard. You saw how angry I was, right? Yes, you. You're a retard. Asian Chris UBS 2. That is the reason why I'm not angry anymore. You're retarded. Because I'm happy.
Jesus Christ.
You fucking retard.
I love it. It's like hilarious. So yeah, Phil had a very salty Friday night session, as unsurprisingly. In fact, there's a compilation here. This compilation here. This is basically a compilation that's not been put together of Phil's entire Friday night session, Friday day session, Friday stream, you know, the two streams combined. Also, Phil completed Death Stranding 2 in a day stream. The night stream was dedicated to him playing his Capcom versus SNK 2 stuff, you know. So yeah, we'll wait for Phil to come online. Obviously that being said, alive as well. I was watching that being said on, enjoying that being said, of course, you know what I mean, because yeah, very fun, enjoyable show as always, and they have Mr. Ludacris joining as a guest, you know what I mean, he's a regular guest on there. He's practically part of the family, that's right, you know, he's on there all the fucking time, but there you go. He's always a good guest to have on. And yeah, just obviously, while I was preparing bingo, I had us on in the background enjoying the robust content they provided. But also it's time for bingo now, so enough of that shit. But anyway, there you go. But let's watch, while we wait for Phil to turn up and show up to his own stream, let's check out a Snort Banal compilation that he put together from Friday's antics.
Phil has the pignosis. He mind and brainwashes his viewers into contributing. Make a contribution tonight. Here we go. You ready? Woo! Woo! Okay, I'm indoctrinated. Sounds good. And it's the power of cultish groupthink mentality. I'm a cult leader. I think the pignosis works. Official Rye Nirvana just gifted a whopping 20 memberships to the channel. I've never run into this thing before. What is it, a money creature? Yeah, look, it's a money creature. It just throws money around. What the hell was that? Shout out to Only Iced Coffee.
Oh, Cydia says, if you had 6 months to train and you get 50K up front, 50K if you lose, 200K if you win, would you fight LTG in a real boxing match? He is not allowed to train too. So basically, I'm guaranteed.
I love how fucking bizarre these stipulations are. There's nothing in it whatsoever for LTG. Like, I was like, he gets nothing up front apart. So not only is LTG not allowed to train, he doesn't get a single penny up front. There's also no stipulations. There's nothing in that in that bizarre fucking set of hypotheticals. There was nothing at all indicated as to what LTG would get, if anything. And it feels like 50k up front straight away for doing nothing. And he would get 50k as well, even if he, you know, if he lost, and if he somehow won, he would get 200k instead. And he's allowed to train for 6 months professionally, and LTG is not allowed to train whatsoever. It's such a strange, bizarre hypothetical trying to stack the decks massively in his fucking favour. Listen again.
And you get 50K up front, 50K if you lose, 200K if you win. Would you fight LTG in a real boxing match? He is not allowed to train too. So basically, I'm guaranteed $50,000, and if I win the fight, I get 200K. In addition to the 50K.
Strange. That's a good point here. Phil, in my opinion, Phil Burnell would have a better chance of beating Boogie. Probably not Wings, but Boogie. But LTG would wipe the floor with all of them. You know, in an actual fight, LTG would beat all three of them. I'm willing to bet you could probably set up something where LTG would probably beat them all back to back. Didn't someone who's it done something somewhere? Was it Joe Frazier? Didn't Joe Frazier beat 5 boxers in a single night? So who's the Rumble in the Jungle? Was it Muhammad Ali? Was it Joe Frazier that he was fighting? I can't mind who's. Was it George Foreman? Sorry, was it George Foreman? Sorry, my bad. It was George Foreman. So yeah, I not long after the whole Rumble in the Jungle thing where Muhammad Ali won the title, you know what I mean, with his Robodop tactics and all that, it was Foreman, and Foreman fought 5 different boxers in one night with Muhammad Ali on as commentator, you know. And George Foreman beat all 5 of them. I think he knocked out 3 of them, and then 2 of them in 2 hours he went and won by like decision. I think one of the boxers like fucking screwed his ribs or whatever, but yeah, I'm willing to bet that LTG could do something similar where he could fight Wings, Boogie and Phil all in one night and beat all 3 of them back to back to back. There you go, Keemstar, make it happen.
Let me put it this way. I would have to completely make sure that if I were to even consider something that physical, because I haven't done anything insanely physical in a very long time, that I'm up to it. I would have to basically get checked out by doctors, you know, and see what's going on with that.
By the way, for any time a boxing event happens, that is like standard practice anyway. Like if you've ever fucking watched like fucking who watched like Rocky, like the last Rocky movie where he's an old bastard, he fucking, you know, like I can't even mind what it's fucking called. The last Rocky movie where he's an old bastard and he has to like fucking get looked over by doctors to get like a license given to him so he has permission to essentially go through with it. You know, but it is normal standard practice for your health to be looked at by professionals in order to even like gain permission to fight. you know, to box in certain territories or whatever, you know. Like if you want to box in Vegas, for example, you need to like, it was just called Balboa, okay? That I've never seen that movie, and it's such a fucking dumbass idea for a movie. Oh, the old man still got it. No, he's fucking not. But hey, it was such a strange fucking movie. But yeah, it's normal to also fucking try and get these things cleared up by the relevant professionals, whatever, especially if you're in certain territories. But aye. So it's not unusual for Phil trying to say, oh, I need to make sure my doctors would allow it. That's normal practice.
Because you're talking, if you're going to actually trying to get into boxing ring shape for a real fight, you know, not the fake fight that like Wings and Boogie had, but a real fight where you're actually going to be moving fast and your heart rate is going to be, you know, way elevated and you're going to be taking hits.
I mean, let's be honest here, the Wings and Boogie fight was fucking ridiculous, but that was Boogie's fault. Boogie was in no fucking shape to fucking do it. It was clear as fucking day, even before the fucking thing happened, Wings was going to win that fight. Even though they're both big fat bastards, Boogie was the one who clearly wasn't prepared to be hit, if that makes sense. If you're going to fucking do boxing, you have to fucking accept the fact you're going to receive punishment sometimes. And Boogie fought with fear of being hit, which meant he did nothing whatsoever. He was too. It's like, I don't know, Boogie. I mean, it was pathetic watching Boogie in that fucking event. It's pathetic fucking watching both of them, but Boogie more than anything else. Boogie did himself no favours whatsoever. It was clear as fucking day. But yeah, Wings was clearly more up for it. He was prepared to receive some punishment in order to punish him. Yeah, it was a joke of a fucking event. Speaking of boxing, by the way, I'm sure I saw on my Twitter timeline earlier on Mike Tyson versus Darkside Phil. Hold on a second. I scroll down far enough. What's that here? Nah, that's WrestleMania. If I scroll down far enough, where did I see it? I know I saw it somewhere. Where did I see it? There it is here. Darkside Phil gets dropped in the first round. Hashtag fight night. This is from an account called Michelle Plays Too Many Video Games. Mike Tyson. This is round one.
Big puncher here in front of us, going up against the guy who can do a little bit of everything.
That's the guy.
Boxer, puncher, well-skilled, good athlete, well-conditioned.
Yeah, the big punch, I think.
Ooh,
And Mr. Showtime's in a
rocked.
bad place right now. He was tagged. See, the defense pays
Tyson.
off as he gets rid of that downstairs. Scoring
Phil
well with
survives
that
by punching.
combination by Mike Tyson.
He's high on for your
Mike
life.
Tyson with a big right hand. Keeps his hands up defensively, protecting.
Ooh, it's over.
Wow! He is leveled.
You
How
can knock
could he
the fuck out,
possibly
sucker.
get up from that? He's not going to. This fight's over. It's over.
Yeah.
By hand.
So that's what's happened if Phil Burnell were stepped in a boxing ring with Tyson. What do you mean, Patty? If that's on my timeline, I don't know, it's someone else, like, I got no idea. There's a whole bunch of random shit. It's just people I follow. It's mainly DSP stuff, but there's occasional random shit in there, like fucking a giant fighting a midget. The wrestling. Yeah, this got some numbers, this fucking clip here. What's this guy called, Omos or whatever? Against whoever this little midget bastard is down here. Jesus. This guy's got some traction. Just get the fuck out of here, you little bastard. Fucking hell. So yeah, Phil boxing would be fucking hilarious. So look, the bad man's online. The bad man's awakening online. Has the bad man said anything in this chat, or is he just turned the stream on without a single word being said whatsoever? Oh, he said good morning all. And that was it. That was it. Nothing else. Nothing else of value to talk about that fucking day. Hey, in case you're wondering as well, by the way, Phil's schedule for the week, in case you're not aware, Phil is not, so he's not doing a podcast tomorrow, and he's not doing a podcast on Tuesday. So there you go, that's all we've got from Phil today so far, you know, that's his plan. Battlefield today, Grand Theft Auto tonight, Mafia the Old Country as well, then I'm making Truck Sim on Monday, Tuesday you got Suikoden HD and Minecraft, and then Wednesday you got more Mafia, as well as Donkey Kong. And oh yeah, I probably won't be here on Tuesday. But I'll talk about it later on. Anyway, let's get back to the compilation.
I gotta check on all that shit. You know, I don't know if I'd even. I don't even know if I could take a punch. Right? I don't know.
Wow.
So I can't answer questions like that, you know, unless I were to know more information. So would I consider it for that level of money? Yeah, I would consider it. But I'm definitely not going to say here, oh yeah, I would do it, I'd whoop his ass. Who knows? I mean, I might go to the doctor and, you know, they do a serious full-on medical physical for training and stuff and be like, oh, you know, your leg's this, your head is this, your heart is this, that. You know, I don't know. Yeah, here's the thing. As I get older, sadly, I realize all the things about the human condition,
Mr. Wet Noodle,
that are unavoidable. You know, people get older, and I see people all around me who are getting sick and passing away and falling apart.
I mean, people all around you, Phil. You have nobody around you. You fucking isolated yourself and your fucking family and fucking friends. What do you mean all the people around you that are fucking passed away? Like who? Like fucking who, Phil? There is no one around you.
And I'm like, damn, you know, you never know. Just because I feel good and I look better than I have in a very long time, that definitely doesn't mean that I can jump and do something crazy physical right away. You know what I mean? It would have to be something that I take very seriously. And you know, do it the right way. Not just jump in and risk it and then have a heart attack or something. You know what I mean? So we'd have to see.
LTG is a sexy man. $30 he'll turn on his webcam. It would be great to get support and hit the goal today for the finale of Death Stranding 2, but being the fact that we have literally like 180 people on YouTube and like 60 on Kick, barely. We don't have a lot of people here. It's probably not going to happen, but I'm just saying it would be great if we could. And we did get some early support, which I do appreciate. Okay? All right. Time for a break, and we come back. We can do it all without interruption. So I'll be back in a few. See you then. Give me money.
Hyperforce just did a €100 super chat and said, go for it, Phil.
So the latest, so some people try to look into who this person was, and the general consensus is that some random person or persons are buying multiple old YouTube accounts pretending to be old long-time fans of Phil and using these very old dormant accounts to give him money. Very strange, I know, but these names that no one's ever seen before, even like the old school detractors, whatever, thinking way back in the past, where because Phil has got some long-term fans, you know, your fucking Derek's and Jade's and all that shit, and you know, even Daspo shit and all that shit. You know, there is some people that have been there for a long time to see this fucking journey that Phil's going on. And some of these names that pop up are names that no one has ever seen before to do with his fucking content or anything, you know. And so the general consensus is that some random person or persons are buying shit, like, you know,
She's
old
a
accounts,
big fucking bitch.
in order to give Phil money and make him look far more successful and popular and all that shit. But thank you very much to Darkside Ranter for the $10 US super chat, who says, just wanted to point out this is the same dude who cancelled his D3 Tries It of Crumble or Crave Cookie because someone threatened him, but then said if anyone tried anything, he would fuck them up. I mean, Phil is like one of the biggest keyboard warriors in the fucking world. This is the guy who fucking has to mute his microphone and make sure the other person can't tear him so he can fucking trash talk them without anyone responding. He'll sit there on a stream, make sure that all forms of direct communication is fucking shut off so he can fucking sit there and act the fucking big man, the hard man, with fucking rants and raves about how much of a fucking retard someone is in a very old fighting game. But he'll not have the fucking ball to tell that to someone's fucking face directly, or even fucking shout down the microphone towards him directly, because he's fucking terrified of direct confrontation, a direct back and forth confrontation. But yeah, it's just that's just Phil. He's a fucking coward. Easiest way to fucking describe it is a goddamn fucking coward. Keyboard warrior bullshit.
Thank you, Hyperforce.
By the way, thank you, Only Iced Coffee. Is it a whale?
Yes, there is a whale.
It is a whale, because it has those whale-like teeth that filter things. It looks like cones. He's got a big old eyeball.
Okay. All right, so everyone, break time. When I come back tonight, 7 p.m. Pacific time, it will be Friday Night Fights, Capcom versus SNK 2, 2+ hours of fighting game fun.
Two people were responsible for most of that money being hit by Phil, so $255 given to Phil. Two individuals. The funniest part about that is that it only counts for one goal. Phil just basically pockets an extra $100 and nothing else. Like, it's just an absolute waste. I'll be memory hold that. I don't understand. Phil done this one time and one time only, where he carried over the excess total from a day stream over to a night stream in order to try and hit a goal later on that day. I don't understand why Phil does not make that common practice. The fact of the matter is, if he had fucking carried over the $105 extra from a day stream, he would have started a night stream on $105 and been very close to hitting a second goal. I mean, I mean, it's what I would do if I was in that situation, because I would feel like I'm fucking ripping people off. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't like. I just can't understand why Phil does never feel guilty about the extra fucking money he's taking from his audience when it doesn't go towards anything. When it's like basically the end of a stream, if you don't hit the goal, the excess money that is given to you goes into a fucking permanent black hole, and it means absolutely nothing for the audience whatsoever. I don't know if I wouldn't feel good about myself if I conducted my fucking content, you know, creation in the way that he does.
I'm going to attempt it on PC. If it works, great. If we can't find competition, we'll scoot it over to PlayStation 5. But the thing is, I want to get my PC account up to the Super, what is it, Super Diamond? I'm trying to get to Ultra Diamond, but Super Diamond is next on PC. I'm already at Super Diamond on PS5. So it is what it is. We'll play either way. Just a matter of what platform. I'm not sure yet, all right? That's tonight. If you're not interested in old school fighting games, I'm off from streaming tomorrow.
Who fucking cares?
Mobile games. The vast majority of my money goes towards that. All the money went to the mobile games. Oh, look at this. I just received a $50 tip from Jax Raxer.
Of course you fucking did. Jax Raxer, a long-term fighting game fan of Phil's as well. He doesn't usually get 50, you know, usually gives like 25. So I guess he fucking felt bad that he was shortchanging Phil lately, and had to fucking make sure he gave him 50 instead. Now, bear this in mind, if Phil had carried over a day stream total to a night stream, that would have been a second goal hit right there for the day. But instead, Phil fucking resets the whole entire fucking thing, even though at this fucking point in time he's been given over $300 for the fucking day. Not only one goal has still been hit.
But I appreciate the contribution. We're now at $78, which means we're more than halfway to the goal. Can we hit the goal? Can we do it right now? Seriously. We can do it right now. Someone do the $50 super chat. We'll see the Street Fighter animation, right? And then just a few more little things. We'll hit it before we even start. Then I don't even have to mention it all night. How about this? I will make a commitment to all of you. If we hit the goal right now, I won't bother you guys about support tonight. You can
Fuck off. Oh my god, can you imagine that? Give me your money or I'm going to fucking annoy you all night about asking for money. Shut the fuck up. I should be the way it is anyway. Hey, Ramon Sanchez, how you doing? Hope you're doing alright. But I cannot believe Phil fucking said that. I cannot fucking believe those words came out of Phil's fucking mouth. He's like, if you give me all your money right fucking now, I'll do you all a favour and not bring up support for the rest of the 2-hour stream.
And just a few more little things. We'll hit it before we even start. Then I don't even have to mention it all night. How about this? I will make a commitment to all of you. If we hit the goal right now, I won't bother you guys about support tonight. You can still support, but I won't be bothering you and saying, let's hit another goal. I'll just play. Seriously. People's heads will explode. But we gotta hit the goal right now.
How could you support that? How? That's like, it melts my brain to think that there's people on this planet who like that and would watch that and would support that and would throw money at that. You know?
Block. Doesn't block! Are you kidding? Unreal. It won't block the super. He gets full super because it doesn't block because the fucking connection sucks. Bullshit. This is so nonsense that he gets free hits in for nothing, man. Right. Can't move. Frozen in place. Oh, what? Oh, I want that either. Oh, my God. I didn't want that either. So lame. He won because it's fucking laggy.
Who fucking cares?
What? You fucking complete rollback. Are you kidding me? Can't block. Oh, my God. So fucking bad. What the fuck? He's blocking. How'd I get hit? This even makes fucking sense. What the fuck? Again? There's nothing I can do with the rollback is so bad. He keeps getting random hits. I'm not doing anything. It rolls back my hit and gives him a hit instead. Bounced off of Blanca Ball Madness right there, baby. Blanca Ball Madness. What happened? I don't know what happened. It dropped 2 inputs. Now he gets a free throw. I can't, dude, it's dropping every input. What? In the middle of my attack. No, I didn't do that. I didn't do low fears. Roll super. I can't do anything about it because of the lag. Roll super. I didn't attack. I didn't do low fears. I was actually doing super.
I had to lie about things because I had to protect my ego.
Pretty much. Yeah, that's why I feel lies, but you kind of fighting game stuff. Ego. Protecting the ego comes first before all other things. Jesus Christ. Apparently Phil won against like a very high ranked player 2-1 and then ran away and didn't bother to rematch him. That's what I seen on the old Twitter anyway. I saw someone mention on Twitter earlier on. Yeah, here. The worst thumbnails on YouTube. The thumbnail was called I crush a #1 ranked player. And then by crush he means he won 2-1 then ran away. Which is standard DSP behaviour for you, right? Fucking that's classic DSP. He'll bitch and whine and moan about, you know, the other person running away. But yeah. But Phil can do it. Phil's allowed to run away from fucking anyone trying to fucking get a rematch.
Oh, what was that? I didn't even...
Oh shit, that being said, Sentny said. What up guys, that being said, Sentny. Oh, they fucking done you dirty. They done you very dirty. Aye, but are that being said still going? I thought they started. I mean, usually it's like 2 hours of stream, so I wasn't expecting them to have been finished by now. But yeah, big ups to if anyone's here from that being said, I hope you're all doing well. We're just kind of catching up on stuff from Friday night, for example. You know what I mean? Phil is going live now, as you can see, so I'll put him on pause so we can build up some speed up juice. And apparently we have 29 likes, which is good stuff indeed, because also for 25 likes we get 1 free space, 50 likes we get a 2nd free space, and 75 likes we get a free space, and so on and so on and so on. So good stuff indeed. So we get a free space because we have 29 likes so far on the stream. Thank you very much guys for liking the stream. The more likes we have, the more free spaces we can get because of that. There's other ways to get free spaces, but I'll cover that later on when we're starting bingo. I don't want to throw all that information here right now, you know. But yeah, I'll put Phil on pause right as the camera goes on. There we go. God's sake. I just immediately, he just seems immediately, instantly like a smug bastard. It's like smug mode has been activated the fucking very second the camera goes live. There's just something annoyingly smug-like about his fucking face. It makes me think somebody has promised something good behind the scenes. Who knows? Who knows? Leave him on pause though, make sure it's at 1080p and all that jazz, and we'll just enjoy the rest of this compilation.
I didn't know that they had invincibility on the way up like that. I had no clue. Oh, my shirt's going invisible. Nice. Can't block. Can't block. Couldn't block. What the hell happened there? What? Roll super in lag. Grandmaster player, roll super in lag. What the fuck is wrong with these players? He's a grandmaster, roll super, you can't react because of the lag. Dude, you're a fucking terrible fucking player. You're fucking trash. You roll supered in lag when you know you can't react to it online. You're a scrub.
Salty. Very salty, because everything in here salty. And so if you're okay with sodium overload, you'll probably like this.
What the hell's going on? He's mashing buttons. I can't do anything. What the fuck? It takes my fucking hits back. I didn't do that fierce. I didn't do the fierce. Yo, it's so bad. He just pressed every laggy button. Watch this lag combo I learned, this lag setup I learned. I can't do anything. Why'd I get hit? What happened? I pressed the button, no button, roll throw. See what I mean? Roll throw. Literally with Sagat, roll uppercut, mash buttons, roll throw. With this guy, roll, throw. None of this works offline. Every single time that you someone do roll mash or roll boop move or roll throw, that's literally online scrub.
Well, you've not played this game offline with another human being in like fucking decades. You know, you got to fucking, you cannot fucking, there's no point trying about online tactics when you've not played this game offline with any other human being in literal decades. So enough of the bitching and whining and more about fucking online fucking tactics or whatever doesn't work off. Phil, you have nobody to play with offline. You cannot say these things with absolute certainty because it has been a long fucking time since you played another human being in this game offline.
Ultimate Grandmaster? Are you out of your fucking mind? Dude, all you did was roll and mash buttons.
Long story short, Phil is coming across more players who are very good at the game. This happens in every single fighting game Phil comes across. He'll do well at the start because he has some basic fundamentals of fighting games, you know what I mean? So he'll fucking beat all the scrubs, whatever, you know what I mean? But eventually, after a while, the matchmaking is going to fucking pair him with players who are at his level and even beyond his level, and he won't be able to accept that hit to his ego, but not all of a sudden he's no longer dominating the whole entire fucking stream, you know? And he just can't handle the fact that he is not the best fighting game player in the world. In his head, he is one of the top players in the country. He still believes that to this fucking day. Even if he'll fucking not say it, in his head, with his conduct, how he behaves on these fucking streams, particularly these older fucking fighting games. These older fighting games, Phil Burnell truly fucking believes that he's one of the best players in the fucking country still. Even though those days are long fucking gone.
Took it back. See, I hate rollback. It showed that he blocked, and then it reverses it and gives him the hit. Come on.
And by the way, after all that salt, 'cause that was a lot of salt, definitely need to use some gin here.
Go for broke. Fight.
You gotta be kidding me. What the fuck? What the fuck, dude? I can't block. Complete nonsense. It would not block high. After I rolled, I can block. It would not block. He gets free combo.
Oh, he outplayed you. Even by my limited understanding of the fucking game, he out fucking played you. He hit you, he punished you when you jumped in and missed. And but then you were cooked. Like, you know, let me go back. So, hold on. So, hold on, here we go. Phil's good, this is good pressure, this is good pressure from Phil here. But that right there also hurt him, damaged him. And then this here, this is what fucking killed him off here. He dove in, tried to attack, missed it altogether, whiffed. He gets kicked and comboed.
I can't block.
But Phil, you were not in a position to fucking block because you got outplayed. You fucking jumped in, did nothing, whiffed until he fucking punished you for jumping in and not doing anything. And whiffing.
Complete nonsense. It would not block high. After I rolled, I can block. It would not block. He gets free combo. Trash. Sucks because he's a good player. God. Oh, I messed up. That's me. I shouldn't have done low fierce. I shouldn't have done low fierce there. I'm in a hit streak. Nonsense. Good move. Oh, it blocked. It's bullshit. He rolled. I attacked through the roll, drops my input because he's mashing jab. Roll back netcode favors mashing. 100%. So it gives him his jab instead of my move to stop his roll. It's completely scrubby gameplay. I'm sorry, jack yo shit up. Roll mash jab, roll throw, roll uppercut. It's all scrubby shit. Roll throw!
How many times did this guy beat his arse like a drum? He's still playing the same guy, and he's still losing to him over and over again.
Roll, dude! No super. Roll throw! Dude, he literally has only beaten me because he roll throws and lag, and you can't do anything about it online. It's the only reason he's even beating me a game now. This is so pathetic. How bad do I have to expose these pretender players online?
That's like me, right? That's like me. You're a terrible fucking scrub. You're not good.
Fuck off. I couldn't do it. My moves are dropping. What happened? What the fuck? Are you kidding?
Oh shit. Well, that was way too much.
Hail Mary straight up tiger uppercut, hope it hits him, and the lag makes it hit me. Even though I'm above him over here, it still hit me anyway. You saw it pulled me back because of the lag.
What do you mean it pulled you back because of the lag? Bullshit, hold on. Pulled him back because of the lag. So Phil's there, okay, so a part of the game pulled him back because of the lag. I don't see... wait, are you talking about that? You talking about a strange fucking thing here? Where the Blanca goes from there to there in a single frame. I'm not sure what caused that, but the guy had not done his attack yet. In fact, that was Phil's attack. You know, yeah, so there you go. Hold on, getting pulled back here, hold on. So Phil... hold on. So Phil is jumping up in the air while his opponent is going down. And there you go. Your hitbox is there. Phil, you weren't past him or anything. You were within range of being hit. So you got countered. You were not pulled back or anything, Phil. That is absolute bullshit here. You were not out of frame, out of view, or whatever. That is where you get hit. You were there, your feet are right there, your hitbox is right there, and boom, you're hit. The game didn't pull you back anywhere to get your arse kicked.
What the fuck? Are you kidding?
Oh, shit. Well, that was way too much.
Hail Mary straight up tiger uppercut, hope it hits him, and the lag makes it hit me. Even though I'm above him over here, it still hit me anyway. You saw it pulled me back because of the lag. Yo, this guy sucks. I'm sorry, now I take it all back. The guy literally gets away with murder. He roll mashes, roll throws constantly. He just does mashing hit strings that I can't stop. I interrupt, it won't block, it won't give me my move constantly. Fuck this guy, what a bum. Not what I did another block ball. What the fuck? No, come on. I knew it. I knew he was just gonna go for Hail Mary. How lame. That's lame because at one point he was going...
Oh, you would have done the exact same thing in that situation. You both had barely any health left. It was a smart thing to do. Basically, next hit wins. You know what I mean? Why not do that? I don't understand why I complain about somebody doing that sort of thing when, one, you do it yourself, and two, it's the most sensible thing to attempt to do right at the end of a game.
Going to guess, and if I guess right, I win, and if he guesses right, he wins. That's it. That's all it was. That's so lame. Is the audio off? Did it desync? You guys, I hope it wasn't desynced all night, guys.
So, well, if you had guessed right, then would it have still been a lame? It seems like you're complaining the fact that he fucking outthought you, as an out-thought, not fighting but thinking.
I can resync it, but I needed to know.
He can't handle getting owned by someone who knows what he's doing. So then he cries. He probably went to cry to his grandmother after.
Next week, the focus will be on trying to beat other games. For example, I want to beat Mafia, and I want to see how far that I can get in games like GTA 4 and Donkey Kong. I actually don't think I'll beat them, but I think that if I stay consistent, we can get pretty far in that, and maybe, you know, set them up for completion. Also, remember that next week will be Suikoden 2 HD starting. All right, so for those who've been waiting for that playthrough, it's finally coming to fruition.
Who
And we'll have our
fucking
kill stream and all
cares?
that good stuff. But before all that, I'm off tomorrow, but I will return on Sunday with a level 1 podcast, more of the Battlefield 6 beta here on Keyboard and Mouse, and then a nice stream of Grand Theft Auto 4 with mods on the late stream.
You wondered where all my money went. It went to mobile games. It went to offshore gambling. There's still this back here. And it's still in the back of my neck, the back of my head, the back of my mind, and it's always telling me. It's WWE Champions time. I love it. I love it.
Oh, fucking love it. Oh god, it's still the best outro ever. I don't care. Best outro bar none. No one else comes close. But guys, it's time to start playing some bingo now. We have 3 free spaces from the get-go. 2 of them. 2 free spaces were carried over from Friday, courtesy of Profit being very generous with a member bomb, which carried, you know, is like He gets a 10 members, which gives an extra free space. Plus, we got an extra free space as well on Friday for likes as well. And plus, we start off today as well, of course, with 25 likes, which gives us a free space as well going into today. Long story short, we have 3 free spaces. I think so. The centre square for today's bingo card. Whatever card we pick, the centre square is C versus SNK2 Bragg. I think Phil was going to obviously. Phil always talks about how the previous streams went. I think he's going to talk about beating one of the best players in the game in a set or whatever. I have a feeling that's going to come up. You know, I feel quite confident. Phil fucking loves trying to brag about this fucking shit like it's fucking anything important or whatever. I feel very confident in our centre square today, put it that way. Of course, to play bingo today, we need a bingo number to pick today's bingo card. So, I don't know, I guess the second person in chat I see post number will be the number of today's card. So, whoever's second in the chat. Not looking for the first number, but looking for the second number in chat I see for today's bingo number card. So, there we go. The first number in chat I saw was from Dragonism, who said 54, and the second number was from the Fox. It says 69. Nice. Okay, we'll type in 69, and here we go. We need Phil to say and do the following on today's bingo card. We need Phil to display some YouTuber jealousy, him saying support, tired, him doing a wire a T-pose, and Tim saying voted. Second row is Phil saying basically, him ignoring a troll tip, him saying excited, him being on defense mode, and him giving somebody a good old-fashioned lean-in manual ban. In fact, we can check the bans right now. Has Phil banned anyone today yet? He has. He's banned 2 people. He banned Comfort Zone Dave and Post-Nasal Snort. Those 2 have been banned, so I guess we can tick off Lean and ban.
Burger.
There we fucking go. The third row is Phil saying hilarious contributions, him bragging about his fucking fighting game shit, him saying obviously, and it is what it is. The fourth row is Phil saying subs, here's the thing or here's the deal. Him touching his eye, him saying actually, and Tim saying example. The fifth and final row is Phil burping, him discussing drama in some way, him saying by the way, nervous, and finally, him touching his own face. So that is today's bingo card we have for today's show. Thank you very much to Fox for helping us pick today's bingo card. So excellent stuff indeed. Now of course there's a variety of ways we can get free spaces to help us on our way to a full house. We already have free spaces. We've got 3 already, but there's many ways we can get more. For example, if Phil burps, snorts, or sips 10 times before he starts recording for this shitey fucking gameplay, that gives us all a free fucking space. For every 6 minutes and 40 seconds if Phil begs, that also gives us a free fucking space. If Jade shows up and wheels his arse into Phil's chat, and Phil says hi to Jade, we get a free space for that as well. On top of that, for every 5 new or rejoining members to the bingo stream we have here today, we get a free space for every 5. And finally, in my opinion, the best way to get free spaces on the bingo card, 25 likes, which I already have by the way, gets us 1 free space, whichever I counted. 50 likes equals 2 free spaces, 75 likes equals 3 free spaces, and 100 likes not only gives us 4 free spaces, but you guys also get to enjoy the bubble animation made by the supremely talented Pigs Animations to celebrate the 100 likes on the stream. So there you go, you guys are in full control of some of the ways you can get free spaces, the rest of the ways controlled by Phil and his bizarre body functions, as well as him begging like a little bitch that he is. There is one more way, by the way, we can get free spaces on bingo today, and it is tied to super chats. Basically, for every 10 super chats we get a free space, and the super chats can be any size. You know, it doesn't matter if it's a fucking massive one or a small one or whatever. 10 super chats of any fucking size. For every 10 we get, that gives us a free space as well. So there we go. I think I've covered all those bases. Now the only thing that I've got to do, what's next? I got to let AI Phil Burnell pig-splain marbles for me.
Well, hello there, AI Phil Burnell here in the digital flesh. Here to tell you about marbles on King Jad's Bingo Baddies stream. To add your name to be part of the marbles games, use the ! marbles in chat to see how easy it is to do it. And at the end of the month, a winner will be picked. It's just that easy, like wear a t-shirt under a Hawaiian shirt.
Which is what he's fucking doing today, the fucking daft bastard. So there we go. So I think, that's obviously make sure you fucking type in, if you want a chance of getting your own marble locked and secured, type into chat !marbles, or alternatively, look in the description of this live stream and you will see a link to the community post where you can add a comment to a community post, and then I will add your name to the list of marbles that we have when every time I have a marble race, we have all those marbles running. I am strongly considering doing the big marble race on Friday, by the way. So Friday will be the final stream of the month of August for me, because I'll be away on a Sunday, on vacation, I won't return until August 31st, but I don't think I'll be doing a stream when I come back from vacation that close. So I think on Friday, when Friday comes, we're going to have a stream. We'll cover the antics that Phil had from Thursday, for example. Phil is off on Friday, remember. There is no stream from Phil on Friday. Phil was taking 2 days off this weekend, Friday and Saturday. On Friday, we can just fucking shoot the shit, chill, enjoy. We covered Phil's antics from Thursday, you know what I mean?
Come the fuck in and fuck the fuck off.
We can catch up. So we're still doing a stream on Friday, of course, next Friday. But we'll just obviously cover the Thursday's antics, whatever. Then we can do some marbles, see if we can add some more bingo prize for money, courtesy of marbles. And afterwards, we can decide early on. We can actually have an earlier than planned race to determine.
Come the fuck in and fuck the fuck off.
To determine who wins the bingo prize fund for the month of August. So yeah, but obviously before then and now, also we've got some marbles and bingo still to enjoy. Thank you very much to Fear Monarch for popping a 1 month bingo Barry Mercer message saying let's get some slubs. Yeah, and a big thumbs up, good stuff. And thank you to Warren as well for popping your 20-month bingo Barry Mercer message. You know, very kind of you indeed. Thank you very much. Been a member for so long, very kind of you indeed. I think I've covered all the bases. The only thing left to really do here before we start playing bingo is for me to press the random Scottish soundboard button to send us off into battle once more.
Shut your hole.
On that note, it is time for some bingo. Good luck, everybody, because here we fucking go.
Everyone, it's time for the start of a new week here on DSP Gaming, and today it's time for a Chill Level 1 podcast. We'll get all caught up on all the games that I've been playing recently, including the conclusion of Death Stranding 2, and an update on Capcom vs. SNK 2 from Friday Night Fights that's actually quite funny.
That music, by the way, is not Phil and it's not me. That was raw Phil. If we got to turn the fucking music off in the background. So yeah, that was all on raw Phil's end. In case you were wondering why you're still hearing that random guitar music, that was all on raw Phil's end.
It'll lead into a discussion about Capcom's attempt to have posterity for their older fighting games, because I don't think they're doing a very good job. You'll see what I mean. In addition to that, this is a great week. We're going to be continuing on with ongoing playthroughs, possibly finishing up one, and we're actually starting another game that you guys have been waiting for several months. I'm very excited, and of course, today we're going to talk about and lock in what will the next episode of DSP Tries It be. Ooh. So, it's time. Sit back and relax. It's time for a week-starting, rip-roaring, rousing episode of the Level 1 podcast.
Who the fuck cares? Who in the fuck even fucking cares? Well, 3 things ticked off on the bingo board so far. Excellent stuff indeed. Yeah, remember guys, if I miss anything on this bingo board, please tag me in chat and let me know. I don't try to miss things, I just do sometimes, because sometimes I'm just struggling to pay attention to all the things that are on the board compared to what Phil's doing. Yeah, yeah, but please. It's a team effort. As I say it all the time, it's a team effort here. Help me to help you, help me to help you, so we can win bingo together.
Alrighty, everyone. Welcome to the show. It's time for a brand new week of content here on the channel. A quick update before we begin. Last week, I did a special episode of DSP Tries It, where because I was eating a hot dog, I wore my Sonic hat. And when that happened, a whole bunch of people were like, where's the Sonic emote? For those of you who are watching on Kick right now, you do have a Sonic Phil emote. But for those who are watching on YouTube, it didn't exist. I did some testing, and come to find out, we were able to do a swap. So we removed the blank chair emote and added in a Sonic Phil emote to YouTube. And it's a modernized one as well. It's updated. It's kind of my more updated face with the Sonic hat on. So there you go. Ask and you shall receive. We were able to get it done. So enjoy. We've got more of the classic emote on Kick and an updated version on YouTube. Good stuff. So how's everyone today? It is Sunday, the 17th of August, 2025. I'm DSP. Of course, this is the Level 1 podcast. Today we have a good amount of stuff to cover. With all the stuff that's been going on, updated schedule and games for the week, because we beat Death Stranding 2 on Friday, thankfully. What an ending. I'll talk a bit about it today. I don't really want to spoil the ending, but it's kind of like, how do you not comment on it? If you were here for it, if you beat the game yourself, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But what in the holy hell? Well, okay, I know this is out of context, but here we go. You ready? Minor spoiler alert. Have you ever played a video game where 2 shirtless men beat the living shit out of each other with electric guitars? Meanwhile, a space vagina gives birth to a huge baby which eats the villain? No? Well, now I have. Anyway, so it was pretty crazy, huh? And I'm happy that it's over, because that was a lengthy playthrough, and now we can move on to other stuff. This week, we're going to be starting up Suikoden 2 HD. Suikoden 1 HD, I played earlier in the year, and was great. It was a great playthrough. It was just as good as I remembered the game being on PlayStation 1 way back in the day, and I promised you, during that playthrough, that if people showed up, engaged, and supported with that playthrough, that I would play the sequel. Well, guess what? You did. That playthrough was incredibly well supported, to the point where I said, wow, this is great, we'll play the sequel. And so now it's finally come to pass. This week, starting on Tuesday, Suikoden 2 begins here on DSP Gaming. I hope that those who were there for Suikoden 1 come back to hang out with me because I'm excited for this, very much. And I hope that it doesn't end up being a dead playthrough. But, I think people will come by considering they did last time. All right, so that's excellent. This week, I am making a focus on Mafia: The Old Country. Even though the game has turned out a dud on stream, I'm already more than halfway through it, and it seems like if I play 2 more streams, I'll probably beat it. So I want to finish that this week. Very well, those streams could be dead streams where people don't stick around or support, but I want to finish the game. Overall, I actually do like it a lot. I think that the plot is interesting. The gameplay mechanics are basic but sound. The graphics are outstanding. It's like an awesome cinematic experience that I want to finish. It just sucks that it hasn't really caught on with the audience. Okay? In addition to all of that, today I'm going to be doing more of the Battlefield 6 open beta.
Who fucking cares?
How dare you? Well, you can see what I'm attempting to do. What I'm attempting to do this month is every week alternate between Mega Man and Proto Man in my background. Hopefully he'll stand up straight now and not fall. We'll see.
Who fucking
but anyway,
cares?
Oh yeah. So today I'm playing the Battlefield 6 beta. I played this back on Thursday, and at first for the first hour, I was scratching my head and forgetting that this is very different from Call of Duty. It is. It's ridiculously different from Call of Duty. You're playing a class. You're playing a role. It's not about you running around racking up a giant kill streak. It's about you playing your part. If you're the engineer, you blow shit up or you repair. If you're
Even Mega Man's had enough of Phil's bullshit. Just give the fuck up. Just give up. Just give the fuck up, Phil.
Second strike. You understand?
Who fucking cares?
Okay. If you're the engineer, you blow shit up and you repair other vehicles. If you're the support class, you heal constantly. If you're the recon, you will be sniping, but also you'll be putting down strategic respawn points for your team. If you're assault, you run around and shoot things, right? So that's kind of the deal that I forgot about completely. And for the first, as I said, hour, I didn't know what the hell I was doing. What can I say? So I did get better over time, and I started blowing vehicles up and having a lot of fun. Although, admittedly, I do feel like the support class is very weak to start. That sniper rifle they give you is pathetic. I mean, it's a single shot, reloadable, one shot have to reload bolt action rifle, but it doesn't have a good enough scope to get zoom in close enough, and it barely ever kills at one shot, meaning as soon as you hit someone, they turn at you and they spray their automatic weapon and you die instantly while you're doing the bolt action. So what's the point? Like, the gun's worthless. You have to be perfectly ready for a perfect headshot, or else there's no point in ever using the gun, which makes it almost worthless. So I'm excited for more. I played on keyboard and mouse, and at first I was fumbling with the controls. Hopefully today I do a little better. The thing is, every class is a little different. Like, G is grenade, which is weird. Usually you wouldn't have to go over 2 keys to throw an item in a FPS, but you do. So I'm kind of getting used to it, right? But I did enjoy it. I did overall, even though I sucked at it for a lot of the time I played it. I felt like I was just getting into the groove of it and I ran out of time. So today, we'll play more. I'm excited for it. I hope you'll stick around for that. That's going to be fun. Our late night chill streams this week, once again, every night is different. Today, GTA 4. Tomorrow, Truck Sim. Tuesday, Minecraft. Wednesday, Donkey Kong. And Thursday, Capcom vs. SNK 2. Why a different game every night again? Well, because this is a shorter week for me. I'm only here for 5 days. I'm off on Friday and Saturday of this week. Gonna spend some time with my wife. Gonna try to do some stuff that I'm backed up on. It should be a good weekend for me. It's just crazy because, I've been wanting to get actual days of rest. And
my weekend is going to be so much better than his weekend. I can guarantee you, my weekend will be so much better than Phil's weekend coming up. It's also getting fucking 2 days off, so he has an extra fucking day to fucking do whatever he fucking wants with cats. I'll be away for a whole fucking week without a thought of Phil Burnell in my fucking head. I'll be enjoying the sun, the sea, the sand, and the sangria.
I haven't had any. I did a marathon of Mega Man, and then the next day I was insanely busy, and then I came back to work on Sunday. I didn't really get to recuperate, and that's what I mean. Having these double days off is great, so I'm happy that I'm able to do it. And thank you to those of you who support my streams so much that allow me now to take some extra days off to spend with my wife. So Friday and Saturday off this week, but then next week, full 6 days of streaming, including a marathon. That's right, we're gonna have another marathon at the end of the month on the 29th.
Who fucking cares?
So all this going on is gonna be pretty exciting. We got a bunch to talk about today. Two topics to really focus on today. Topic number 1. I want to talk about what happened on Friday night with Capcom vs. SNK 2.
Told you. I told you it was a good. I told you that Center Square was a good bet.
Because quite frankly, my opinion is that Capcom should be embarrassed with themselves. They're not, because the FGC, I hate to say it, are a bunch of ball suckers. It's just that simple. The FGC should be calling them out and be up in arms about certain things, but instead, they literally just kiss Capcom's butt about everything. And it's
Phil Belly was playing the fucking game. This is a very old fighting game. Most fucking fighting game players are not playing these older games. So the FGC don't really fucking pay much attention to it.
Yeah, they shouldn't do that. But they do. So it's like I said, how do things improve unless you actually get critical? And I'm going to get critical today because I'm pretty upset about the state of Capcom vs. SNK 2 and the other games in this Capcom Fighting Collection 2 that's only been out for a couple of months, and it's pretty much becoming unplayable and a laughingstock. So we'll talk about that today. But in addition to that, we got to figure out what DSP tries it's going to be. We have 3 options. Taco Bell with 3 new menu items, the new adult Happy Meal at McDonald's, or returning to Katsu Burger after many, many months. So we'll talk about that this morning, and we'll see what you guys want, and we'll figure it out and go from there. Okay? Cool. First of all, good morning, everyone here. How are you all doing? I see many people here who are here. What's up to Abdullah? What's up? Good morning, Chris. Chester, Itzy. How are you all? We got Phil Loves Fuse over on Kick. I don't know what the joke is, because I don't know who Fuse or what Fuse is, but what's up? Felipe's over there. What's going on, everyone, this morning? How are you all doing? Hopefully you all had a good Saturday away from the streams. What's up, Hybrid? Grand Master Scrub, Original Grant. Good morning, good morning. Jacob, Dungeon Keeper Mistress. What's up, what's up? I hope you're all doing well and ready to chill with me this week. Should be a great one. Good variety this week, for sure, coming up. We are currently at 12 out of 20 goals hit, as you can see. When we hit 20 goals, it will be time for DSP Tries It. Do you want to just get the DSP Tries It thing over with? Let's get this over with now so that we can move on to other topics. We got to figure out what the next DSP Tries It episode is. The last one was Shake Shack.
Cares?
Personally, I thought it was an interesting episode because I never had tried the things at Shake Shack before. I'd only had that burger during the Smash Burger Challenge. But interestingly enough, just eating the Shake Shack stuff by itself, rather than a comparison to other places, it was just okay. Like, I would say the chicken sandwich was okay. The burger, it's decent. You know, it's nothing that I'm really going to crave and want to go back for. It's just the truth. I was just kind of Then again, that was a mall Shake Shack. So maybe that's what it was. Maybe if there was like a dedicated Shake Shack, it would do better than just a mall, deal. I don't know. But there is no other Shake Shack in my area. So there's no other way to get it. You know what I mean? So what's next, right? We've talked about this. Here's the options, okay? So option number 1, I almost said Pizza Hut. What the? Taco Bell has 3 new items, okay? One is some kind of a attempt at a street taco. I think it's hilarious because it looks absolutely nothing like a Mexican street taco. Burger. But I guess what they did is they took a gordita, which is the soft, folding, it's not even like a tortilla. It's like a fried thing or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And then they put another, like, tortilla on the outside of it with a layer of, like, cheese and sauce and stuff. And then they just put either chicken or steak inside. Oh, look, this is like a carnitas taco, street taco in Mexico. What? No, not at all. It's kind of an insult. Anyone who's actually had, like, a carnitas-style taco from, like, a Mexican restaurant or actually gone to Mexico, you compare that to anything at Taco Bell, you're like, you're out of your mind. What are you even saying?
Phil, you've never been to Mexico, though. So, how do you know?
Mexico, you compare that to anything at Taco Bell, you're like, you're out of your mind. What are you even saying? But this is what they're offering right now. They also have a new flavor of the Baja Blast soda. Baja Blast was always this bluish, greenish soda that had this weird, I don't know, like, I've had it before. I don't dislike it, but it's just weird. Like, it's just like I don't even know how to describe the flavor of it. It's unique. So apparently they have another flavor of it now. I don't know. So anyway, that they've got that, and apparently on their discounted menu, they have a $3 steak burrito. $3 steak. There used to be a joke. The saying was, that's got to be tougher than a $2 steak. Because a $2 steak has to be insanely low quality. There's no way it could be good. Now this is $3 steak. So, okay, it's $1 more. Does that mean it's slightly less tough? Maybe we've gone from hockey puck territory to, like, shoe leather territory? I don't know. Right? I don't know. Anyway, that would certainly be interesting to try. I actually haven't been to Taco Bell in a bit. We looked it up. And the last time that I had gone there was, I believe it was the fall when they had the chicken nuggets. And I thought they were going to be terrible, and we tasted them, and they were actually good. And it blew me away that they actually had good chicken nuggets at Taco Bell. I was like, what are they doing? Why? Right? Why do you even have them, and why are they good? It's just bizarre. Okay? So anyway, that's a possibility. That's possibility number 1. Okay? Possibility number 2 would be the McDonald's Adult Happy Meal. Now, here's the thing. I don't think the McDonald's Adult Happy Meal is going to be a good episode of DSP Tries It for the food. Much like months ago, back in April, if you remember, we did the Minecraft meal from McDonald's. And even though the Minecraft meal had absolutely no food offerings at all that were new, if you remember, it was either nuggets or the Big Mac, plus fries, plus a regular soda, burger. But it came with Minecraft-themed packaging, and it came with a Minecraft adult toy collectible, of which I have 2 because I bought both meals. You remember? That DSP Tries It did well. People really liked it, actually.
Cares?
So this time around, what's the adult Happy Meal? Well, it's either a quarter pounder with cheese, I believe it is, or is it, I think it's the more nuggets, right? I think it's like the same as the Minecraft meal, plus fries and a drink. Now, I believe you can get, instead of just getting a soda with it, you can do an upgrade, and for the upgrade price, you can get a shake, and they have a new shake that's called the McDonald Land Shake, right? That's what it's called, the McDonald Land Shake. And first of all, I don't like McDonald's shakes. I want to make this abundantly clear. If you remember, earlier this year, we actually tried McDonald's, and I got the Shamrock Shake. I think that was like February. We got it early, right? Like before it was actually St. Patrick's Day. And it was not good. it tasted like mint, but it's not a satisfying dairy product. You know what I mean? It's more like a whipped airy confection than a dairy product. It's just not a satisfying shake. You want a satisfying shake, you're going to go to somewhere that has real ice cream in their shake. Burger King, believe it or not, actually has real ice cream in their shake. Shake Shack has real ice cream in their shake. Hell, I went to Super Chicks recently. Remember Super Chicks, the chicken sandwich place? They have frozen custard in their milkshakes, and that milkshake was ridiculously good. Or hell, I even went to Shake and Go, which is a local place, and they had one of the best shakes I've ever had.
Who fucking cares?
So, I know that this shake is not going to taste good. Apparently, it's like some disgusting flavor, too. Here, so this is called... Here it is, the Adult Happy Meal. It is, I was right, it is a quarter pounder with cheese. The vibrant drink represents blue lava and pink clouds. The flavor is a surprise. That's incredibly disturbing. So I guess the shake itself is blue, but they put a pink topping on it. It looks so disgusting. So yeah, it's either a quarter pounder with cheese or a 10-piece nuggets. And then it's the shake, and you get a toy. And the toy is randomized, much like with the Minecraft meal. There's 6 different toys available. Which is hilarious that we have adults lining up for toys. But, I mean, the truth is, they used to do it when I was a kid.
Look who's talking. Look who's talking. You're probably fucking throwing fucking little toddlers out of fucking way for your little Minecraft fucking meal earlier on in the year.
So, like I told you guys previous, when I was a kid, they started doing these actual themed tie-ins for meals at fast food. And I remember the biggest one ever at the time was the Lion King. When the original Lion King animated movie came out, Burger King and the Lion King, that was the gimmick. The kings are teaming up. There was a meal where you would go, and it was kids' meal, of course, and it had a Lion King toy. I'm not kidding you. For about a month, Burger King had lines where people would come on the day that the toys arrived, buying the kids' meal to try to get the rare Lion King toy. You can't make this up. And it was adults. It wasn't kids. It was adult collectors who were trying to get this toy because they thought they would be able to collect and resell them later. The kids couldn't get them because these losers were coming and lining up buying kids' meals to get the Lion King.
I'm sorry, but Phil, no, there's something to be fucking said here. Phil Burnell fucking filled his entire little Snortfort condo back in Connecticut full of fucking statues and collectibles on the premise of hoping to fucking resell them one day for fucking profit. You know? I just noticed that Phil's goal is $300. Look at that. Look at the bottom of the screen. Phil has set his goal for today's day stream at $300. I never even noticed that. See, King's Tax 0 out of 300. Now, of course, it's probably a fact. It's probably just because Phil forgot to reset it to 150. He fucking changed left-hand side back to 0, but he probably forgot to reset the right-hand side back to fucking 150. I just noticed that. Fucking hell. But yeah, Phil has no fucking leg to stand on here. The audacity of Phil Burnell to bitch you whine and moan about fucking people hoarding like collectibles, not shit, you know, and he... The fact of the matter is that his home, have you ever seen his home in a Snortfort? Where it's filled with all those fucking statues. There was no room for Liana to move in with him. The fact that Phil is living in Seattle, Washington, was because his home could not accommodate both him and his collectibles and Liana. They wanted to live together, they wanted to fucking move in together. But the Snortfort could not fucking accommodate Phil and Liana as well as all his fucking statues and crap. Therefore, a brand new home was required. And the fucking move to fucking renting materialised eventually.
Toys. It got so bad, they had to start putting up signs that said, sorry, you can only buy 1 kid's meal per person per day. Because people were coming in and saying, 17 kids meals, please. What? Anyway, so, no doubt, even though this sounds ludicrous, oh, a toy in an adult meal, I bet you that it's popular, and people are doing it right now, okay? So, if we do the McDonald's land meal, the gimmick is not the food. I've already had the quarter pounder with cheese, the fries, and the nuggets. We know what they are. The shake is going to be disgusting. Like, I don't even need to tell you ahead of time. It's going to be gross, because it's not a real dairy shake, and it's going to be some ridiculously artificial sweet flavor of butt. They just call it the butt shake. It's probably more accurate, okay? But the thing is, the packaging and the toy might be interesting, okay? It was with the Minecraft meal, like, to unpack it and to show you the toys and everything. Actually, was pretty cool. I think it worked pretty well. Okay, lastly, we could return to a place that I've been to previous. And if you remember, there's this place called Katsu Burger. And they do these really awesome Katsu-style sandwiches. Chicken, pork, beef. They fry the burger. And they have all these different toppings and versions. There's spicy ones, there's more mild ones, there's all kinds of cool stuff. And they have unique fries and stuff. We did this way back in, I want to say it was like in November, okay? So So quite a long time ago, almost a year ago, right? And it was really good. We got, I think, 2 or 3 sandwiches and a side of the fries. And the sandwich was amazing. Like, they were really tasty and unique. So I'd like to maybe go back and try other things, you know, instead of the same one, try some of the other optional stuff. So I guess the question is, what sounds better to you? Taco Bell menu with the 3 new items that we can actually do a taste test on. The McDonald's adult Happy Meal, where likely it's not a taste test of food, but it's more about the packaging and the toy. Or going back to a local place that we already know is good, but trying other versions of their food to see what it's like. So let's do a poll, both on YouTube and on Kick. Let's have people vote this morning and see what they have to say. Then we'll do some shout outs and the like, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so let's do some polls.
Who fucking cares?
Here we go. What's the next DSP tries it? Here we go. So number 1 would be, get this mug out of the way before I knock it over. Taco Bell. Number 2, McDonald's adult Happy Meal, and number 3, Katsu Burger returns. All right, and let me set it up on YouTube as well.
Brace yourself, everyone. Apparently, Raw Phil has a wee scrolling incident, so it's only for like 3 seconds apparently. I mean, but Sonny has been kind enough to warn us that Raw Phil has a whoops-a-daisy moment.
Okay. All right, start poll and create poll. All right, the polls are live. Please vote whether you're on YouTube or Kick. Let's see what the live audience has to say. I'm very curious about everyone's opinions on this. I have no idea how it will go. We'll find out shortly. And then we'll determine today on the show. And then when we hit 20 goals of support this week, hopefully, we will do the DSP Tries It. So my goal is to hit 20 goals of support by the end of the streaming week. 5 days, that's 10 streams, okay? We're at 12. We need 8 goals between now and the end of the week to do DSP Tries It this week. But that would mean we have to hit it by the first stream on Thursday, because I'm not going to order food late night. I don't eat late night meals like that, okay? So can we do it? Can we hit 8 support goals between now and the first stream on Thursday? Do you want to be honest? I think it might be tough. I think it might be a tall order because, number 1, people have not supported Mafia the Old Country at all. Only the first stream of Mafia hit the support goal. Since then, we've had 2 streams that did not hit a goal. And I'm doing 2 streams of Mafia this week. Will people show up and support Sweet Code N2? I hope so. History says yes, but it's been months. Right? So I don't know. Now, what about other night streams? Sometimes we do really well, but GTA 4, for example, last week, we did not hit a goal playing GTA 4. So I'm not kidding you. Out of my 10 streams this week, there's a whopping 5 streams that I don't know if they're going to hit the goal. Okay? So I guess what I would say is, if you guys want to see DSP Tries It this week, which I certainly do, please support whatever stream you can be in. If you hit a goal, that's great. But if you were going to support, please support still. Let's try to hit multiple goals during the streams where we're going to get more people and more support. So hopefully that'll cover the streams where likely we're not going to get much support. Okay? And that's the only way we're going to do DSP Tries It this week, to be honest. All right. So speaking of which, let's get some support rolling. Let's get some animations with fun sound effects playing. Right? Let's go. Thank you to Michael, who did a $2 super chat and said Taco Bell. Very nice. We also have Fox, who did a $2 super chat and said, let's get to some gaming talk, enough fast food talk. Fine enough. I'm fair enough. That's why I wanted to do these polls and talk about this earlier, because I want to talk about the state of Capcom versus SNK 2 right now. I really do. All right. Thank you, Fox. That was his $2 super chat. So let's get those super chats up on the leaderboard.
I'm coming for you.
We also have our first gifted membership of the week. It is from Big Papa Phil. Thank you so much, Big Papa Phil, for a gifted membership. That's $3 of support, so thank you for that. Let me take a look here. I'm always skeptical when dollar tips roll in, because usually they're troll tips. You're not funny. Tip the Buck says, can I be unbanned? How did you get banned this time? How did you get banned this time? You know I can't live unban you just from a tip like that. You know that. Like, I can't bring up your channel in chat. I can't even see it. I need a link to get to your page, and I don't see you talking this morning, so I have no idea how you got banned. Once again, here we go again. How do you keep getting banned? I don't even know. How do you even know that it was us? Are you sure that it's not YouTube again? Because your account's been banned like 10 times by YouTube.
Nice of Pill to confirm exactly who they are, isn't it?
I mean, sheesh. At this point, it's getting ridiculous. I didn't ban you, so I wouldn't ban you, but I can't unless I have a link to your channel, and you know that. So. I know. Can we have a counter? This guy at this point must be in the dozens. I don't even know how it happens. Okay, he just sent the link. Oh my goodness. All right, hold on. You know what I should do? I should just leave the tab to his page open.
Who fucking cares?
I'm serious. I should just leave the tab to his page open.
So you're going to give us one person special treatment because they give you money? Even though they're always fucking doing things or saying things that gets them banned, not only by you, not only by your moderators, but by YouTube itself. Interesting for you to fucking encourage ban evasion that way.
So when he gets banned, I can just open it and unban him. All right, so supposedly I unbanned him, so hopefully it works, but I don't know if it actually does or not. We'll find out, I guess.
Some of that stuff out there has been
Okay.
damaging and messed up. The things they said about me and my family, that's completely false, and they have absolutely no factual corroboration for any of it.
All right, well, it looks like I'm going to reload, but it looks like on the kick side, the McDonald's Adult Happy Meal has resoundingly won with 65% of the votes. However, there were only 23 votes. So you guys on Kick really are dragging your feet. I don't know why you don't vote. But McDonald's Adult Happy Meal won the poll. And then on YouTube, holy moly, over 100 people have voted on YouTube, and 70% have voted for the McDonald's Adult Happy Meal. I guess you guys really want the McDonald's Adult Happy Meal, huh? I really don't know why, but I'm a man of the people. I'll give you what you want. You might regret it. I'm just telling you, I might really regret it, seriously, but let's do it, fine. The Adult Happy Meal from McDonald's. And how about this? I'll buy 2, just like I did with the Minecraft meal. I'll buy 2 Adult Happy Meals, so that way I can have 2 toys. I'll get 1 of each. The truth is, I will eat the quarter pounder with cheese. I actually do like the quarter pounder with cheese from McDonald's. The nuggets, as you saw when I had the nuggets during the Minecraft meal 4 months ago, they're terrible. They're seriously bad now. They are dry. They are flavorless. The only way you get flavor out of a nugget is to dip it in a sauce. That's the only flavor you even get. They're just awful now. You know? But all right. So there you go. Now, because I'm doing this for you, because you voted for the adult meal, all right, you better support these streams. We got to make this happen by the end of this week. The sooner the better. Right now, if we hit 8 goals during this stream while I'm playing Battlefield 6, I will order 2 Adult Happy Meals from McDonald's on this stream, and we will eat them. All right? But we got to get that support going now. So let's go. Oh, let's hit our first goal right now. All right, let's get our first gifted sub of the week. We have reset. It's Sunday. The leaderboard is reset. Let's get our first gifted sub of the week right now. Let's get just 1. Someone drop 1 sub over on Kick right now.
Burger.
We already have our
5 in a row. That's concerning.
first gifted membership. We have 2 super chats. All right, let's get a tip higher than $1 right now. Let's go. I forgot to put "You're Not Funny" on the leaderboard, by the way. By the way, "You're Not Funny" for the record. You're unbanned. Are you there now? Yeah, he is. Okay. There we go. Come on. Maybe. Okay, hold on. Maybe I wasn't loud enough or clear enough. All right. Ready? Let's get our first gifted sub right now. I got a super chat. Hold on. Got a $1 super chat from Adam. Thank you to Adam for a $1 super chat. I appreciate that. No animation for $1 though. I think the animation is $2 and up. So, but thank you, Adam. Cool. But what about that sub? I'm still waiting. Let's get our first sub right now.
Make the bad man stop.
That's boring. You're
As in,
boring, everybody.
at this moment,
Quit
not
boring
later.
everyone.
Oh, I got a tip. Hold on. Hold on 1 second. Oh, come on. I said let's get someone to tip more than $1. Someone tipped $1.01. You know what? I'm not even gonna put your name on the leaderboard. How about that? I'm just gonna add that to the total because you know what? That's just disrespectful. Absolutely unacceptable behavior. $1.01. You can keep your penny, all right? Keep your little Lincoln coin. I don't need that.
Bruh.
The Shaw. Okay. Anyway. All right. So McDonald's Adult Happy Meal it is. Boy, can't you tell how excited I am for this? I am just so pumped for the McDonald's Adult Happy Meal. Trying this McDonald Land shake that looks like, you know, someone stepped on a clown and turned it into a pile of mush. I'm sure it tastes like that too. It probably tastes like sweaty gym socks.
Who
Oh,
fucking
did my King's
cares?
tax out of 300? That's my fault. Let me fix that. That's a typo. The goal is still 150. My fault, everybody. The goal is still 150. That was because Friday night we hit the goal and I increased it in case we were going to do a second level. Okay, so let's get going. Let's hit that goal on this stream. And like I said, what we're going to need to do, honestly, to make it happen this week, if you want the McDonald's Adult Happy Meal, we're going to have some streams where I think we're going to have to double up. Because I guarantee you, when I play Mafia, probably not going to do so well. Suikoden 2, it's a question mark now. I do hope we get the audience back for when I played Suikoden 1. Because they were very supportive. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to come back for the sequel.
Oh my God! What's up?
Thank you very much to Darkside Ranta for the $5 super chat, who says, to quote Helsing Ultimate Abridged. See, that would be intimidating if you were, well, intimidating. Yeah, exactly. It's like, this is, it's funny because a lot of people are saying that one of the lowest points that Phil had years ago was So a lot of the newer people, newer detractors might not be aware of it, but the Scorn playthrough. Are people not familiar with the Scorn playthrough and the Scorn incident? You know, there might be some people here who are not aware of what happened when we say Scorn incident. Some people might not be aware of what the fuck I'm talking about. But you know, but that was actually the fucking lowest point that Phil had in terms of like asking for his audience of fucking money and support. Actually, I can show you. So I want to remind myself of how bad this was. I was obviously it got a lot of attention, by the way. It got a lot of attention, you know, and you know, some certain very large, you know, people involved in the gaming scene or whatever got wind of it as well, you know, and it got to so this is the video here. This is the video. This is on Aquateal's channel. It's funny because it was Aquateal's video that was watched by what's his name, Moist Critical. Moist Critical watched this video on his stream and watched Phil Burnell act like this, and obviously he had an opinion about it, or whatever. And obviously Phil felt shamed. Phil felt very ashamed that a big massive content creator was watching him melt down after getting no support from Scorn. But yeah, but I want a reminder of what this was compared to current day. So this happened on the 18th of October 2022.
All right, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm frustrated for two reasons. Reason number one, because yeah, the game does suck. I really did not like tonight's stream, and in addition to that, as you guys can see, I stayed extra late for you guys, and basically it amounted to nothing. No one's really supported, which pisses me off. It does. That I'm playing a game, obviously it's frustrating. A lot of people showed up to watch it because you saw how frustrating it was, and no one supported. Yeah, that does upset me. Okay? It would have been one thing if I'm staying late and people are laughing, having a good time, and a few people are at least supporting the stream, but no one did. And that really upsets me. I'm going to hope that tomorrow when I finish it, there will be some support. Because it is pissing me off that I just stayed extra late and I got nothing for it. You know, the game's not even good. You know, if this were me, I'm not even exaggerating. If this were me not streaming, playing this, I would have just turned the game right off and said, fuck this, I'm not playing this anymore. But the fact that I'm now 5 hours into it, obviously I want to finish it, you know. But I toughed it out for you guys tonight, and I got nothing out of it. But a bag of fucking frustration. And that pisses me off, that they really ruined the game the way they did. I really do feel like they ruined it. If they just had different gunplay or no gunplay, it would have been a much better game. I don't know.
It's incredible to me. This is actually nothing compared to today. Like Phil, in my opinion, Phil is a lot more toxic today about low support compared to back then. I have heard nothing yet, which shocks me because current Phil Burnell is worse than this right now.
What they were thinking. Holy shit. It's like, you know, really. It's like you're walking around with a room full of guys with chainsaws and they give you a Nerf bat. Wow. Oh, by the way, you also weigh 4,000 pounds. Gravity is 10 times strong.
Shout out to Cats.
And you're walking in goo. Oh, that's Scorn in a nutshell. Very excited. All right. But yeah, you know, when you guys actively, visibly see that I'm really annoyed that the game sucks. And I'm obviously toughing through it because you guys are here.
Oh my dog, what's up?
Thank you very much to Sonny for the $5 Australian super chat, who says, so the $1.01 tip that he didn't read, isn't that ignoring troll tip? See, I thought he did read it all. Like he didn't add it to leaderboard, but I feel like he did read it. Or did he not read it? Like he refused to add their name out of spite. And we don't even know if there was a message or not. I guess, well, him not even adding it to leaderboard does kind of make it sound like he's ignoring it that way. You know? So yeah, I mean, I'm going to count. I'll count it.
Burger.
He didn't read it, but added the money. Well, the thing is, not all tips have a message attached to it, though. Sometimes people, according to Phil anyway, some people tip him without a message. You know? So, but yeah, but Phil not even bothering to add the person's name is kind of like they're ignoring it. So yeah, I'll count it. I'll take it off and we'll count it. But thank you very much for the super chat. And yeah, as Sonny mentioned as well in the message, 3 out of 10. Remember, 10 super chats of NLL today. Doesn't matter if it's a big one or a small one, but 10 super chats gives us a free space as well. So that's 3 of 10 so far. course, we might not need that, of course, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's just another method to try and get free spaces. We currently have 5 free spaces. But as things stand right now, we are, I believe, 5 away from a full house.
Visibly see that I'm really annoyed that the game sucks. And I'm obviously toughing through it because you guys are here to watch and you're enjoying. You know, hopefully there would be reciprocation. There was no reciprocation tonight. I mean, all the tips that came in before even the extra time I played. All right? So, hopefully tomorrow we'll finish it. And, you know, because again, tomorrow's my last streaming day of the week. I'm trying to raise funds for my day off here. Okay? And, by the way, from everything, you know, factoring in everything I made today, all right, and everything else, and my bill that I have to pay and everything on Thursday.
Big bills, one of 2 big bills that Phil's got to pay.
I don't even have enough right now to buy Gotham Knights on Friday. Just being honest, I don't. So I'm hoping that tomorrow's going to be a better day in regards to that, so that I can actually afford all the stuff this week. All right.
So that was the Scorn incident, and obviously, you know, some big content creators caught wind of that, especially Moist Critical. This was clipped, this was watched, this has 39,000 views. So a lot of people saw this. And yeah, Phil got a lot of ridicule, you know, got a lot of critical comments, especially one from Moist Critical. And apparently Phil felt shame afterwards, you know, that, you know, I was exposed. So someone pointed out my flaws, and someone pointed out that I was being super angry and aggressive, whatever. You know what I mean, he turned around to his chat and he asked them, please, dear chat, dear community, if I'm ever acting like this again, please remind me and put me in my place so I can calm down. I still maintain that current day Phil Burnell has actually gotten worse than what Scorn was. Well, that's just my take anyway.
We get the audience back for when I played Suicode N1, because they were very...
So Brosy Phil was asking, when did Phil feel bad? Was this a Scorn playthrough? Phil only felt bad when Moist Critical pointed out to him. Phil didn't feel bad at the time, but the backlash is what made him feel bad. And especially the backlash combined with the attention it was getting because Moist Critical amplified it because of his audience and his reach. It wasn't just detractors fucking pointing this out, it wasn't just Aquatiel's video for example, it was the fact that Moist Critical on his own stream was sent this and he reacted to it and he was like, oh my god, this is not a good look, Phil, this is awful, you know what I mean? And he was very critical of himself. And Phil's like, you know what, Moist is right, Sir Moist is right. Sir Moist of criticalness is correct in criticising me for this. But yeah, it's just incredible to me that since then, Phil's had definitely a lot worse, but he doesn't seem to fucking care about it anymore because he just seems to... Yeah, it's just the mask is slipping off more and more, and Phil's desire and need for greed just... it just supersedes everything else.
very supportive. That doesn't necessarily mean they're going to come back for the sequel. You know, they have to, first of all, those people have to even know I'm playing it. I hope they get the word. I've been talking about it. It's on the schedule now. Okay. And even like tonight on the late stream, I'm playing GTA 4 and I'm nervous because that also has hit support goals, right? So if you want to see this adult Happy Meal, we got to make it happen. All right. Cool. Okay. All right. So what I want to talk about on today's show, this will be the major topic of discussion before we go to like Q&A. I want to talk about the state of Capcom's classic fighting games. I don't want to talk about Street Fighter 6 because that's the game that Capcom puts all the effort and emphasis on, right? Street Fighter 6 is the game that gets all the hype, gets all the tournament coverage, gets all the updates, constant updates, quality of life updates, gameplay updates, right? Skins, all this extra content, deals.
It's the most recent fucking game, Phil, and it's the one that's got the most fucking players right now. So yes, naturally, they're going to focus a lot of their attention and time on that.
Characters, seasonal updates, everything. It's the big game. It's the one that Capcom wants you playing. It's the one that they want you talking about. It's the one.
I will be right back, guys. Sorry, 2 seconds.
Everything else is good in my life. You know what I mean? So I'll be the guy on level 1. I streamed myself masturbating. I'll be the guy life. I'll be the for the thousands of children. I'll be the guy on level 1. You're still on mission 1. I'll be the guy. I'll be the thousands of children. When your life is all positive instead of negative, it's a much better situation. Big up Skeeter, and I can tell you that from personal experience. Look at my life now. I have a beautiful wife. I have a beautiful life with a family, right? Everything here is so much better than what I had before. Why? Because I'm a positive person. big ups to your dad. I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes in then I'll put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, act and talk a certain way with certain mannerisms, certain over-the-top reactions, screaming at the top of their lungs, jumping, flailing, doing weird things, constantly on camera. I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes in then I'll put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, I need banana, tasty banana. Put banana in my mouth, tasty banana. I need banana, tasty banana. Please the peel it comes in then I'll put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth, squeeze banana. Put banana in my mouth.
When we hit the 250 vestry for that celebration, I'm going to debut a new vest. There we go. Celebratory bubble blow. Very nice. There's bubbles everywhere. There's bubbles all over my PlayStation 4 controller. There's bubbles on my microphone stand. There's bubbles everywhere tonight. It's out of control
Like
tonight.
exploding in the stream chat. People who, they pretend like they support me. They pretend like they're positive, and they're not. They're shitheads. They sit here and they sneak this, and they say underhanded things. They try to literally bring up, either detractor memes or literal drama shit every day. They do it on purpose so that they can try to derail the shit that I'm doing on my streams, you know? And it just gets to the point where it's so frustrating. I just want to have fun, man. I really just want to fucking have fun. That's it. That's all I want to do is have fun with you guys. Fun, 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 fun. Way more fun, 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 fun. I just want to have fun, 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 fun. Way more fun, 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 fun. I just want to have no taxes, bills to pay, nice chill stream today. You're having a fun and interactive time with me, and you're finding entertainment, positivity, and value in it. Then the support should just come naturally. Okay? I just want to have fun, 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 fun. Way more fun, 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 fun. I just want to have fun, 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 fun. Way more fun, 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 fun. Here's the bottom line, and I'm tired of it now. No more excuses, all right? Because the bottom line is people are like, Phil's not engaged in his commentary, and Phil's commentary is boring, and that's why people don't want to watch the playthroughs of the streams. Bullshit. I'm loving this game. I'm voice acting. I'm engaged. I'm commentating on everything that's going on actively. Bullshit. I call massive bullshit on any idiot who says that about either the Watch Dogs 2, which I've been playing recently and really liking, or Pokemon. It's bullshit. I call complete and utter bullshit on anyone who's saying that I'm not engaged and I sound like I'm bored. I'm not. So I've had enough excuses. It just seems to me like people are fucking lazy and don't want to come out to the streams. I don't even know what else to say, you know?
Right now, for the next week, I'm literally strapped for cash. The only money I'll have is tips coming in on the streams. And that, by the way, I have to raise money.
Alright guys, we're back. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to just bail all of a sudden, but I had to help out in the house, you know what I mean? Just making sure my dog's okay, you know what I mean? Long story short, my dog needs to, to kind of go out the back quickly. He's just, yeah, he's fine, by the way. The wee dog's fine, he's okay, you know what I mean? But I heard a shout, so I was like, okay, fuck it, you know. BRB screen on, deal with whatever needs to happen, whatever, get a dog at the back, make sure he's okay. And yeah, now we can start continuing playing bingo. No, it wasn't Deliveroo, it wasn't Deliveroo, it wasn't Uber Eats, it wasn't DoorDash, and it wasn't Just Eat. None of those things. No. Yeah, I had something to eat earlier on, that's probably my one and done meal of the day. I don't need to, so I can't skip dinner because I had like a late lunch, you know, early dinner thing earlier on, so yeah. No Just Eat today or whatever. Yeah, but yeah, anyway, we're back to bingo, so sorry for the random pause, but we can get back to it now. But look at it this way, it builds up some more speed up juice.
That they think is going to make them the most money, okay? But the problem with that is that if all you do is focus on the one big modern fighting game, you're putting all of your eggs in one basket. And for those who don't know, because you very well may not know this, Capcom actually used to be really good at diversification and giving you options even in the same genre of games. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Back in the day, for survival horror, sure, you had Resident Evil, but then they came out with games like Dino Crisis and other alternatives that were just a little different, similar, but had different spins on them so that you could get a different kind of survival horror game. Devil May Cry. Just between the versions of Devil May Cry changed quite a bit. And then Capcom tried other things. How about Mega Man, where it started as a 2D platformer, then it went to 3D, then they started a whole spin-off series and things. So you could keep playing more classic Mega Man with the Zero series, or you could play the Battle Network series, which was completely different. This is what Capcom was good at. That way, if you didn't currently like the current iteration of what was out, there was other options, other alternatives. Now, they weren't always as popular as the main option that Capcom focused on, but they were still there. The problem right now with Capcom, in my opinion, when it comes to their fighting games division, is that they literally put all of their eggs in one basket and say, eat the eggs. Well, what if you don't like eggs? Too bad, eat the eggs. Well, wait, I don't like eggs. I want something else. And then you look at the competition, right? And you look at games like Tekken or Mortal Kombat, or, let's be honest, all these new fighting games that are now coming out. They're starting to seem a little samey. Marvel Tokon, the new Invincible fighting game, 2XKO, excuse me. But they all seem like they're very samey. More simple games, high combos, flashy team attacks, but they're all very similar games, right? So the problem here is, there's no variety, right? You're either in a certain established game like genre, or you can't do anything. With Capcom, it didn't used to be like that. Okay, when I was growing up, and Capcom fighting games were becoming prominent, sure, you started with Street Fighter 2, but then that branched out and became Street Fighter Alpha, which had interesting new things like chain combos, custom combos, and an interesting anime-like art style. But then it branched out even further.
This basic rant, oh my god, the whole point of his rant is for him to cry and bitch and whine and moan about how fighting games these days are not like Super Turbo 2 anymore. Are you fucking kidding me on, Phil? Phil, it is not 2005 anymore. Get with the fucking times. Everyone else has fucking moved on from 2005, but not you.
Further into the Versus series of games, which were team-based, super jumping, high-octane, big flashy, comic book-like experiences. But then you had Street Fighter 3, which had state-of-the-art, cutting-edge, high frame-rate graphics, super detailed character designs, and a unique parry system that changed the way that fighting games were played forever. So at that time frame, there was a ton of different ways to play Capcom fighting games. And essentially what ended up happening was the end of the 90s and early 2000s.
Oh my dog, what's up?
Thank you very much, Broadside Phil, for a $2 super chat. It says, old man yells at cloud, motherfucker. Yes, definitely. I don't have that as part of my soundboard, but I'm pretty sure Phil has it on his. He just fucking forgets he's got it. But yeah, this is just ridiculous. This is... Phil Burnell thinks he knows what's best for fighting games because he is stuck in the past and cannot adapt to what is the now. The current, the future, you know what I mean? He's stuck in the fucking past. A relic. A dinosaur himself. Wishing for the fucking glory days of Super Turbo 2. For the one game he was actually half decent at back then, but not now because times have moved on. People have moved on. Society has moved on. Civilization has moved on. Games have evolved and grown. But he cannot move on. He refuses to fucking let go of the fucking past. Of when he was barely fucking prominent in a very small at the time community.
A big four emerged. Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for the Versus series. Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo for the classics. Capcom vs. SNK 2 for the modern hybrids, because it had a little of everything. And Street Fighter 3 Third Strike for the kind of evolution where the future was going style of gameplay. So 4 games. Those 4 games were all different. They had similarities between them. But man, you could be a pro at Marvel 2 and suck at all the others. You know what I mean? Like, they were that different. And the thing was, you could eat a delicious buffet of fighting games, all from the same company. So they all had similarities when it came to footsies and spacing and, you know, special move motions and things like that. But then you could be a specialist in one of those games. Those were the golden days of fighting games. All right? That was the golden era. It's just funny because so many people who play fighting games today are young, never played the classics.
See, this is not a Centre Square brag yet because he's not really addressing the current game of Capcom versus SNK 2. He's not really... He's talking about fighting games in general, but he's not really mentioned that yet. I think he's going to, though. He's probably going to segue into that, I feel. And yeah, thank you, Captain Rushman. I know we got 50 likes. I've already counted it. I've already counted a space of 50 likes. Thank you for letting me know. But somebody else pointed out, like a few minutes ago, and I added it when they pointed out. So yeah, but thank you very much anyway for letting me know. All good. So, but yeah, what was I saying? But Phil, this Centre Square was originally put in place because I thought Phil was going to address him beating some sort of Grandmaster 2-1 on Friday night. But Instead, it might turn to something else where a fella's trying to claim that he knows better than Capcom and what fighting games should be. And if that's the case, if he mentions Capcom vs SNK 2 and he talks about how much better he knows things than Capcom, then I'll still count it as a fucking tick.
There for the golden era, and they think the golden era of fighting games was Street Fighter 4. No, Street Fighter 4 was the renaissance, the resurgence of competitive fighting games, which brought them back to the forefront. But the true golden age was the late 90s and the first few years of the 2000s, when you had such variety in the games that you played.
I don't think that's a true... I don't think you can claim that as a golden age, though. Like, when you think of a golden age of anything, okay, it's usually when it was most white hot popular, okay? And it was so, it was like, it's so, everyone was fucking talking about it. It was basically fucking, you know, it's like fucking front page news practically sometimes, you know. That's like the golden age of anything, you know what I mean? When you actually fucking like have the whole nation gripped or whatever, you know what I mean? Or everyone's, you know, everyone around you is talking about it. When Phil Burnell was a part of this community, that was not the golden age, it was the early days. They were basically the ones that was the generation that walked, that allowed others to run in the future. That is not the golden age. That was a start, you know. Yeah, call it the fucking bronze age or whatever, or the iron age or whatever, but it certainly wasn't the golden age. It's just ridiculous, you know. But yeah, that's just, I don't know. But because Phil was a part of it, he thinks it was a golden age. Then when he fucked off, it didn't mean anything afterwards.
Now, we can sit here and argue all day about, is the modern fighting game better than the classic? That's really not what I'm here to argue. Everyone has a different opinion on that. I personally think the classics are much better, but that's probably because I grew up during that time period. Maybe if I was a Street Fighter 4-er of this last fighting game generation, maybe I would think that Street Fighter 4, 5, and 6 are the modern classic trilogy and everything.
By the way, you know why he's making this rant, don't you? I mean, I think we're all aware why Phil Burnell is specifically making this rant. He's trying to get someone's attention again. This will be clipped. This will be put on his channel as a separate fucking thing. And he's going to hope that a very certain specific Street Fighter content creator will pick up on it, watch the video, talk about it on his channel, and see if he agrees with Phil or not. So yeah, this is for the benefit of, who's that guy called on YouTube, Button Masher or something? There's some content creator called Button Masher who has covered Phil's stuff before. It's some of Phil's rants before, you know. And Phil was upset that he used a detractor video instead of fucking Phil's raw content to do it. Button Check, that's what it is, Button Check. Aye. So there's a content creator called Button Check. I'm telling you right now, this is for his benefit. Phil is hoping that Button Check will pay attention to it and realise it and cover it on his own channel and talk about it, not shit. You know, is Phil right in what he says, or is Phil full of fucking shit and wishing for the glory days? He is hoping and praying for that attention again from Button Check, because Button Check's not paid attention to Phil for a long time, it seems. You know, it's been a good while since Button Check checked in on Phil.
Before that was crap. I don't know. Who knows, right? You never know. You can only see from your own perspective. But anyway, the reason that I'm talking about this is because Capcom is solely focusing on Street Fighter 6 right now, right? They are really not doing anything in regards to the rest of the games. And the funny part about that is there is demand. Absolutely there is demand within the fighting game community for something else. Whether it's another new game that plays different from Street Fighter 6, so that way there's more modern variety, or a restoration of the classics. If you don't believe me, then why do you think that every time that they release one of these collections, whether it's Capcom Fighting Collection 1 or 2, or the Marvel Vs. Collection, or whatever they may be, that there's a big hype among the fighting game community and just the online gaming community in general? Even mainstream gaming websites get excited and cover these releases. But did you notice something? Did you notice that every time that these releases get hyped, and even Capcom will get worked up for like a month about their latest retro collection release, did you notice that after about that one initial month, it just seems like no one acts like they ever existed? Have you heard anyone recently talking about Capcom Fighting Collection 2, outside of the fact that they just did a free update that added 4 characters for free to Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper? But outside of that, did you hear anyone talking about, hey, there's a tournament circuit for this. Hey, there's a resurgence of the games in it.
Well, is there a demand for it? It's as simple as that. If there's not a demand for it, is it worth talking about? Now hold on. Let me go to Twitch. Let me go to Twitch random, okay? I'm on Twitch right now. Let's fucking hooray for Twitch. So hold on a second. Let me check 2 things, okay? Okay, first of all, can I search for, what's it, Capcom? Marvel vs. Capcom, what's it called? It's not New Age of Heroes, is it? Hold on. SNK. What's this SNK game? Shit, man, what's hold on? What is it? What is it called? This SNK game in total? Like the proper title of this game? Capcom versus SNK 2. Is that it? Just SNK 2. So if I search this game, which one is it? I don't even know. I don't even fucking know which one it is. CVS 2. Let me just type in CVS 2. Nope, balls. So is one of these ones in to pick? Shit, I mean, wouldn't it be his bottom one? I don't know. I don't. As I'm saying, it's hard to even find a category on Twitch. It's the top one apparently. This one. Okay, right. There are no live channels playing the game right now. It has 11,000 or 11,500 followers. Videos, you know what I mean? Also Justin Wong is playing it, obviously, so he'll get some attention usually because Justin Wong is one of the best players in the world. You know, he's got notoriety, you know what I mean? But yeah, currently there's no one playing the game live right now on Twitch, and it has 11,500 followers. Try Capcom Fighting Collection, ask Stapper Dragon. Okay, Capcom Fighting Collection 2? Is it Collection 2 or just Collection? I'll click the first one. Capcom Fighting Collection. There's a thing here. No live channels right now. No, nothing live right now. People do sometimes create videos and do content or whatever, but there's nothing live right now. Now let's try Street Fighter 6, shall we? 500,000 followers. With all these live streams going on right now for Street Fighter 6 on Twitch alone. You see what I'm saying? It is smart for Capcom to prioritise their attention and focus on the games that are getting a lot of attention and traction. Capcom Fighting Collection 2. I don't know if it's even going to show up here. Okay, so it's on here, but Capcom Fighting Collection 2, there's nothing on its own for that. I don't think Twitch has a category for Capcom Fighting Collection 2. I don't think they have their own category for it. Are you sure it's not called Marvel vs. Capcom 2? But that seems to be the one that people are, you know, I don't know. Marvel vs. Capcom. Capcom Fighting Collection 2. As I'm saying, there's nothing. I can't see anything for that. Capcom Fighting Collection 2, yeah, and there's the results are this. You know, so yeah, there's not a whole lot of results for Capcom Fighting Collection 2. Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying though, when you compare it to Street Fighter 6, Street Fighter 6 has fucking got massive more attention compared to everything else. There's just so much more attention. Fightcade could be a shout. Actually, hold on, it's Fightcade. Let's just search Fightcade. Live channels tagged Fightcade. There's 3 live channels right now that tagged Fightcade. One's just playing like retro games, one's playing Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, one's playing Pokemon Unite. Fightcade v something, yeah. So, aye. Bottom line, of course, this is what I'm trying to say, is that Phil Burnell is complaining that Capcom are not doing enough to get people interested in the game that no one's interested in. There is not really a huge demand for these retro fighting games apart from a small number of individuals. It makes business sense for Capcom to prioritise their attention and their focus primarily on the game that's got a lot of attention right now and doing well. They're a big, massive main audience. You know, most of the players that are playing it would be upset if Capcom just stopped ignoring. It just started ignoring the big game, the Street Fighter 6 game, which has still got a lot of eyes in it. It's still being played quite regularly, and it's still very popular to be played today. But Phil was complaining that Capcom are not doing enough to cater to him and his wants and needs. Because Phil wants to fucking pretend it's 2005 still.
No. You might say, why? Well, it's pretty simple. Capcom half-asses these collections. They don't put the resources, the time, the effort into these collections like they would a modern game. They put in half the features of what you would actually need for one of these games to actually have some kind of longevity. Instead, they base it solely on retro nostalgia and hype. They sell you this collection claiming that it's going to be amazing. And then when you actually get it, you realize, why is this missing? Why doesn't this work? Why is this so bad? And then within a few months of that collection being sold as a new release, everyone drops it. And you want to know what the fighting game community does? They stop playing the hot new collection for 30, 40 bucks, and they go back to Fightcade. And this is a major problem. Fightcade is a emulation suite which allows you to play retro fighting games for free on your computer, PC. It's PC only, it's not on console. And it allows you to use rollback netcode to play it online for free. And this is how the entire FGC is playing retro games. It's free. Is it legal? Well, technically, Fightcade itself is legal. The netcode is legal. But your downloading of the ROM of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 or Capcom vs. SNK 2 or Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo and loading it into Fightcade is illegal. But emulation in general is illegal and always has been unless you own the rights to the actual ROM that you're using. So for example, if you have an actual arcade board of Street Fighter 3 Third Strike lying around somewhere that you can legally prove is your property, then technically it's a legal gray area whether or not you actually have the rights to emulate the game and play it. But everyone else who doesn't have it, you're breaking the law. Now, they're not going to go after anyone for it. If anything, what happens is these companies will go to the websites that host the ROMs and say, shut down the website. And that's actually something that Nintendo did in the last decade. They cracked down on the internet and shut down all of these very popular websites where you could get their game ROMs for like their NES and SNES libraries. So then they could sell their games via, say, oh, your online subscription to Nintendo Switch Online or whatever. Now you have access to those games. So Nintendo cracked down. Most other companies don't. Capcom hasn't. Capcom hasn't done a thing. They know that there's websites where you can get all their classics. They don't stop people from doing it. Now, they don't promote it. You'll never hear an official Capcom representative say, hey, I'll go play on Fightcade. They're never going to say that. Because every once in a while, they want to sell one of these retro collections and make some money. But the problem is, these retro collections are really flash-in-the-pan money grabs rather than an attempt to have posterity for the classic Capcom fighting games.
Who fucking cares?
For example, with this latest Capcom Fighting Collection 2, all right, people have been asking for an official way to play Capcom vs. SNK 2 online ever since it was released on the original Xbox console in the first half of the 2000s. Because if you can believe it, that was actually the only way you could purchase the game legally and play it online. Since then, the only way to play CVS2 has been illegal emulation. And since they're not selling the game actively, everyone's been okay with that. Just do it that way, right? But now, in the Capcom Fighting Collection 2, you can actually play the game online with legal right. Okay? So, you might say, well, that's great. There must have been a giant resurgence in the community. People are playing CVS2 in droves, right? It's the first time in 20 years. Everyone must be excited. It lasted about 2 weeks. And then immediately what ended up happening was the massive shortcomings of the collection started to show the cracks in Capcom's efforts to make posterity for their old games. And the community at this point, already most of them have quit the game. And those who have stuck with it have all migrated to one version of the game. Okay? So what am I talking about? Allow me to explain. And by the way, thank you all for these contributions. I will shout them out when I'm done with this topic.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
By the way, we've won bingo. Just check. So it said by the way, then contributions, and we've won bingo.
5 in a row. That's concerning.
So yeah, we have 7 free spaces assigned stand, and we have 7 spaces left, so we have 1 bingo.
Burger, 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 burger.
There you go.
Full house. Oh boy, how exciting. Anyway,
The winning bingo means, of course, we had $10 to bingo prize fund. Now we have a lot more of the podcast to go, I believe. Phil usually ends these about 1 PM his time roughly, so I was thinking, but since we have a lot of time on our side here, we could go to a 3x3 bingo card and continue and see if we can get another full house. So if people are up for it, of course, don't mind. It's up to you guys, of course. If you guys want to try and get another full house bingo victory with a 3x3 card, I am all for it. Of course, we reset the free spaces, we go back to 0 for free spaces, but everything else kind of stays put, you know, we still keep the count for everything else. And Steve wants to do it. Clean Crusader is saying at time go. A lot's funny saying 3x3. Yep, 3x3 is exactly what we're doing. So yeah, but I mean, so okay, I'm happy to do it. So hold on. I will get set up right now. So give me a second here. Oh, do we need a new center word? Nah, I won't bother with a center word today. So the 3x3 card won't have a unique center word. We'll just fucking randomize it as well. So good stuff indeed. So let me change this. So 2 seconds, guys. To do a 3x3 card, need to make a couple of changes to the files, not jazz. Need to rename a couple of files and alter the code as well. I mean, I love fucking pretending that I'm fucking smarter than I actually am when I'm fucking saying these things. I need to go into the fucking data, you know, I need to crack the program open and alter the code, and I'm literally changing one number from a 5 to a 3, then hitting save. And lo and behold, I got a fucking 3x3 bingo card instead of a 5x5 bingo card. Broadside Phil has come from the future. Phil is only on $22. Holy shit. Phil Burnell's not made a lot of money today, has he? He's fucking a broke-ass bitch today. But, yeah, get bought. So, yeah, guys, are you ready for a 3x3 bingo card? Where is it? Hold, this should be it. There we go. Good stuff, indeed. So, fantastic stuff. So, we have a 3x3 bingo card, but let me change a couple of things here. We don't want to have a center square, so we'll just reset this and do like a random. Yeah. So now the center squares is do anything it wants if I can be essentially cool. So, excellent stuff. How should I pick bingo? Hold on. Okay, I'm going to type in the 6 numbers I see on the screen right now in the bottom corner. 122132 is current time according to Raw Phil. So I'm just going to type in these numbers to generate the next bingo card. 122132. I'm using the time that we're currently at in the Phil stream to generate the next bingo card. Might take a while though. That's a big number. It shouldn't take too long, but it might take a little. There we go. That didn't take too long actually. Well, good stuff indeed. Sonny says if you're hacking a system, you need to change the light bulb in your house from white to red, like Ice Cube in War of the Worlds. I see when I think of changing light bulbs, I think more along the lines of fucking, you know, on Starbug, you know. If you want to switch to fucking, you know, go from purple alert to red alert, you need to change a light bulb. They've got a fucking red alert. Yeah, 691 Fox. Your first number won us bingo. It was a very good, strong, robust number. The power of 69 never fails. Good stuff indeed. But yeah, this is the second bingo card we have for today's stream, and I'm going to randomise the image, the background image right now, of course. But this is the card we have for today's second bingo. We need Phil to have his voice crack, him saying absolutely, him being all defense mode, him saying in fact, him doing a wire T-pose, him saying react, him being all siege mode, which is where he folds and crosses his arms, him saying what I mean by that is, and finally him saying nervous. So yeah, we have so I think we have roughly 40 minutes at least. Basically, we have until Phil starts recording for his gameplay. So we have plenty more time, but let's not waste too much time. Let's just press the random Scottish soundboard button to send us off into battle for a second time.
Hello there.
And on that note, it time bingo for a second time. Let's see if we can get another fucking full house. Here we fucking go.
I want to get through this topic and not get derailed before we do shoutouts, but I promise you all, you'll get shoutouts. They're all coming, okay? So, Capcom Fighting Collection 2 is currently available on Xbox, PlayStation, Switch 2, and PC. It is not cross-platform.
Who fucking cares?
So, do I even need to, like, I could just stop now. I could literally just say, that's it. To make a fighting game in 2025, sell it on 4 different platforms, but not make it cross-platform, is just death to the game. Because you need to have people playing across all platforms to have a healthy player base. Every game does it now. It's not just, oh, it's fighting games. No, every game does this now. Every FPS game, every team-based shooter game, everything is cross-platform. So to say that we're going to sell a copy or a posterity version, a collection of our old games, but not make them cross-platform for multiplayer, immediately shows that Capcom isn't really caring about the posterity of their classics. What they're caring about is this, a cheap, quick money grab, instead of actually making this a way to say, hey, now you can play the classic game.
Oh my dog, what's up?
Thank you very much, Renato Ronan, for the $5 super chat, who says he has bought multiple versions of these Capcom collections, only wants to play one game in them when there are 8 games in them. He has options. Phil has options, but the problem is he's not very good at those other options because Phil would rather fucking bask in the glory of fucking being semi-decent at the game that he was semi-decent at. Like, Phil, it's a matter of pride for Phil, you know? It's a matter of fucking pride. He has to fucking try and fucking display some sort of fucking ability towards his audience to fucking pretend he's fucking actually got some clout when it comes to these sort of fucking things. Phil runs his mouth on a regular fucking basis. He talks about things not working in offline compared to online, so he fucking has to try and fucking display some sort of fucking strange bravado towards his audience to fucking try and prove he can still hang, you know, he's still got it, you know, the old boys have still got it in his fucking legs, you know what I mean? There's still some fighting left. But no, at the end of the fucking day though, it's all about fucking trying to just fucking fuel his ego. At the end of the fucking day, it's just literally a trip down memory lane for Phil to fucking bask in the glory days of fucking when he went to conventions and he was actually competing and he was semi-decent at the game even back then when there was not a whole lot of competition to begin with in the first place. The worst thing that happened to Phil Burnell when it comes to fighting games is the fact that it got more popular, because it meant more competition, and it meant that Phil, when he was semi-decent at a game, but not a lot of people are playing that, when more people fucking play it, it turns out that he's not actually as fucking good at a game as he fucking thought he was, compared to how good the other people are, the more, that's what I'm saying. Justin Wong has been able to fucking prove his superiority, not only from the old days, but even current day. He's still quite a very good player, you know? Like, but that's because he has a fucking ability on his side. He puts the time and effort into his fucking, you know, he cares. He has a passion for fighting games. Clearly, he has a fucking passion for these fucking fighting games. Bill had a passion for fighting games, and that passion kind of was lost long ago. Justin Wong was able to move on, but Phil Burnell couldn't.
A cheap, quick money grab instead of actually making this a way to say, hey, now you can play the classic games so they're not forgotten. Or even saying, hey, thanks for being a fan for so long. You waited 20 years. Now you can finally play these games online without having to illegally emulate them on a PC. Here you go. They don't care. If Capcom cared, they would put the effort in to have crossplay. Now, admittedly, to have crossplay in these games would take time and effort and money. You know, something that Capcom probably doesn't want to invest. Instead, they just want to slap together a crappy, barely functional collection and throw it your way and sell it to you for $40 and act like it's...
Oh my dog, what's up?
Thank you very much to Warren for the super chat. And poor Warren, he wanted the super chat. My super chat is broke, it won't let me type anything. I've got no idea why your YouTube's not letting you type anything in super chats, but at least you'll be able to send one eventually, you know, so thank you very much for the $2 super chat. I just wanted to, this is what I wanted. So maybe that's why it wouldn't let you send it. You just wanted to say DSP is a weenie. Maybe the super chat picked up on that naughty language of yours, Warren. Sometimes YouTube does not allow you to send insults when it comes to super chats. You need to kind of work around that sometimes. So it might be the fact that you use such an offensive slur, like weenie, that your fucking iPhone's like, nah, no, don't you dare. We're not going to allow such naughty language on our app, on our phone. Well, thank you very much, Warren, for the super chat. It's much appreciated. 4 more super chats of any level, and we get a free space, by the way. So yeah. So yeah, there we go. And we have 40 minutes until Phil ends the podcast.
Instead, they just want to slap together a crappy, barely functional collection and throw it your way and sell it to you for $40 and act like it's a new game. So in regards to Capcom Fighting Collection 2, here's what's happened. First week, you buy it on a platform, you play it, oh, look at all these players. Second week, you buy it, you go to play, oh, I'm having kind of a hard time finding matches. Third week, where the hell is everyone? And fourth week, it's dead, can't play it anymore. And this happens with every single collection that Capcom puts out, not just 1 or 2. The Marvel collection happened too. I was playing Marvel vs. Capcom 1, X-Men vs. Street Fighter, having a ton of fun with the collection. About a month and a half in,
Oh my dog, what's up?
And thank you very much to Sunny for the $2 showing super chat. It says DSP is a weenie, it worked for me. Well, the Australians have been allowed to say all sorts of fucking bizarre things. Like, you probably weren't using a goddamn iPhone to send that though. Y pose or a W pose. Remember, it has to hold these poses. You have to hold the pose for like a second or so for it to count, you know, because just him doing it just randomly when he's like fucking stretching, you have to hold him for like a second or so for it to count. But it's still something that happens quite regularly though, to be fair, you know what I mean? So I'm quite optimistic he'll still do it anyway regardless.
those games are completely dead. The only game you can find comp for is Marvel vs. Capcom 2. What gives? Well, it's not cross-play. So because of that, it's dead. You know, it would be one thing if fighting games were as big as Call of Duty.
Oh my dog, what's up?
Thank you very much to Dapper Dragon for the $2 super chat. It says, DSP's every day. Guess iPhones lose again. Yeah. Fuck you, iPhone. iPhones won't allow to call DSP a weenie. There's some cahoots. There's Bill's in cahoots with the fucking Steve Wozniak or whatever. Stop detractors calling him a weenie via super chat. Oh, guys, no, so thank you very much for that super chat, Dapper Dragon. Very kind of you indeed. 2 more super chats, we get a free space. Also, as well as that, of course, 75 likes, we get a free space as well. If Phil begs on our like 5 minutes on that counter, we get a free space too. If Phil burps, he keeps snorting and burping and all that shit as well, we get free spaces for that as well, so yeah.
Or if fighting games were as big as League of Legends or Counter-Strike. It's not. They like to pretend it is, but it's not. In terms of competitive scenes, fighting games are one of the smaller ones. You may not realize that because of the way that they tried to hype it, but it actually is much smaller than the player base for many other popular esports leagues. So
Phil, maybe that's because you keep trying to fucking distract people from watching the evil because you're trying to set up some sort of bizarre fucking fight with LTG instead. For the past 3 years, you've been dead set on trying to fucking draw attention away from Evo and the main event of Evo and the streams of Evo because you're instead trying to fucking get some sort of bizarre fucking fight going with LTG because you want to fucking steal the fucking viewers from them and fucking break the internet by having people watch your fucking fight of LTG instead. So you're complaining about the fucking lack of attention that fucking Evo gets, for example, for the fighting game scene, but you're not helping in any way by trying to draw and steal viewers away from that with a fucking pretend fake fucking drama of LTG.
Oh, you can't sell a game like that and not have it cross-platform and expect that it's going to have a healthy player base. 2 months. That's about the time frame until death. Okay? So that's just problem number 1. Problem number 2, and this one I'm sure people will disagree.
What's up?
Thank you very much, Sonny, for a $2 Australian super chat. It says DSP's a weenie. Weenie, $2, does it? Not $1.99. There you go. So thank you very much, Sonny, for that. One more super chat of any level and we get a free space. Excellent stuff indeed.
Problem number 2, and this one I'm sure people will disagree with me on, but I'm just going to be honest about it. Rollback netcode. Now, I'm not saying that rollback netcode is horrible, unplayable garbage.
So, Phil, before you, have you got an alternative, Phil? Do you have a suitable alternative to suggest? Are you just going to fucking bitch and whine and moan about rollback netcode? Are you going to offer a better method of what fighting games should implement? Unless you have a better alternative, Phil, shut the fuck up about rollback netcode.
And in fact, I would argue that modern fighting games work well with rollback netcode because they're designed for it, okay? But the problem is, you're talking about classics, games that were designed to play only in person on a cabinet or a console, but mostly an arcade cabinet. They never.
So why the fuck are you playing online these games then, Phil? To get defeats the purpose, doesn't it?
Never had lag or latency in mind when designed. So when you make a game that was made for only in person, no lag, no input drop gameplay, and then you put it into rollback netcode, you are making a recipe for disaster. I'll give you 2 examples. In Marvel vs. Capcom 2, Rushdown is one of the biggest ways to play the game. MSP, which is Magneto, Storm, Psylocke, one of the best Rushdown teams in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 history, is a team based on insanely fast mix-ups and movements that make you block wrong, getting 1 hit, and then turning that into a ginormous combo that can literally lead to the end of the game. The problem with taking Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and putting it into online rollback netcode is that the fastest teams literally cannot be defended against. They actually tested it and proved it. If you're fighting against these faster teams, you cannot actually block any of their mix-up attempts. You'll block correctly, but the netcode can't keep up and rolls the dice, because that's rollback netcode. Oh, it's trying to catch up what actually happened, and it favors the person attacking and never the person defending. What ends up happening is, on the screen, you'll see literal Magneto teleporting. It won't show the animations of his attacks. It'll just show him teleporting, and next thing you know, your energy bar goes all the way down and game over. Well, how is that viable online? The answer is it's not. Okay? Here's another example. Capcom vs. SNK 2, certain grooves, which is the different classes that you can pick of how you play the game, have a role. Okay? In the real version of Capcom vs. SNK 2, meaning the offline version with no lag, when someone rolls, there is a recovery. And the recovery means that they cannot do anything after the roll. And you have 2 options. You can throw during the roll animation if you're close enough, or you can throw out a move so at the end of their rolling animation, they get caught by a hit. It's like a freebie combo for you. The roll is only effective if you're going through a move your opponent is doing. So, for example, if you're both standing next to each other and Ryu throws a fireball Hadouken, you roll through it and you hit him. That's the intention of the roll and what it was used for.
Oh my dog! What's up?
I was bored in the tits off. I don't know about you guys, but I'm bored to fucking tears. Thank you very much, David Riley, for the $2.99 Australian super chat. It says DSP is a weenie free space, baby. Alright, indeed, that gives us a free space. Thank you very much, guys. 10 super chats without a goal cause of that, so thank you very much indeed. We've got a free space because you guys give them super chats. Very kindy indeed. To celebrate, how about if I can do it all over again? Yeah, let's do it all over again. So yeah, fuck it, why not? If we get another 10, we get another free space. Fuck it. But there we are. We have 1 free space, and thanks to that, we have 7 to go until we get a full house. Thank you very much.
You're both standing next to each other and Ryu throws a fireball Hadouken, you roll through it and then you can hit him. That's the intention of the roll and what it was used for in the game. The roll is not supposed to be an offensive strategy where you could just do it over and over and get away with it. But online, that's exactly what people are doing.
As I said, the one big thing I've got about Phil has not played this game offline or any of these games offline for a long time. You know, and I mean a very long time. He is acting like he is basically going off muscle memory from things that happened over 10 years ago, over 15 years ago, potentially 20 years ago if you want to go back that fucking far in some cases. But this is like literally 10 to 15 years ago. Phil's fucking claiming this is a fucking gospel fact. when he can fucking barely remember what he fucking done earlier on that fucking day sometimes. So, because I mean, like, unless Phil can prove me, can prove me wrong, I don't believe he's touched these games offline and played against another person offline in these fucking games for at least 10 years. But he's acting like he knows exactly what happens. Like he tested it yesterday or something.
No exaggeration. They're just rolling constantly and then do a special move after it, mash a button after it, mash a throw after it. And because of the nature of rollback netcode, again, it favors the offensive move, the repetitive move, the person who's pressing buttons more versus the person who is actually timing the reaction. So if you see someone roll and you try to time something to punish that roll when they're in their recovery, if that person's just going like this mashing, the rollback netcode favors the masher and will give them their attack way more often than your timed counter. Does that sound right? No. Now you might say, Phil's making that up. The number one ranked person in Capcom vs. SNK2 on PlayStation is a guy who literally has a bad connection and just rolls constantly and mashes buttons. I know because I played him on Friday night and I beat him 3-1.
This is not bad about it. It's 2-1. First of all, it's 2-1, and second of all, this is what my center square original was all about. I told you Phil was going to fucking bring the shit up today. I told you, motherfuckers, the original center square we had was Phil bragging about this shit. You know? And lo and behold, the whole premise of this fucking rant was basically for Phil to fucking brag about this shit.
Constantly and mashes buttons. I know because I played him on Friday night and I beat him 3-1. He actually has way more points than anyone else. It says he is the ultimate grandmaster, number one rank of the game, and he sucks at the game. He's legitimately bad. And I actually talked to my former teammates from back in the day, and they all said, yeah, everyone's beating this guy. This guy literally...
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Just rolls and mashes buttons and gets away with it because his connection is so bad and there's no way to really beat it besides to outplay him so he doesn't get to the situation where he can just keep doing it abusively. So everyone's beating this guy. He knows he sucks, but he's ranked number one because he just abuses this online tactic. That problem ruins the experience of playing a classic fighting game.
Well, who made you the guy in charge of how fighting games should be played? You know? Sure, it sounds like a fucking cheese move, but if the fucking developers put it in there, you've abused cheese tactics yourself in multiple games.
I've also played versions of Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, and also I played versions of Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo in these collections that have similar problems. Super Turbo particularly.
Who fucking cares?
In Super Turbo Online, okay? When you're playing with rollback netcode, some of the worst characters become the best. Blanca. Literally, Blanca can just jump and press light taps, land and mash a button and get a throw. Even though you're timing the interrupt to stop it, the game favors the button masher. So they get to throw 9 times out of 10, even though you timed your reversal perfectly. It doesn't come out. How are you supposed to play the game competitively?
Shut up, bitch!
Okay, so that's problem number 2. But the third problem, and this is the one...
Anybody care what this guy thinks?
No!
One that's the biggest problem right now is that the ranking systems are a joke. They mean absolutely nothing. Why? Because you can't lose points in these collections.
Burger.
Wait, what? When you're playing online play with ranked matches, if you win your match, you should gain points, and if you lose a match, you should lose points, right? No. With these collections, you only always gain points. You gain either 1 point if you lose, or you gain anywhere from like 30, 50 to upwards of 150 points if you win. But you're always gaining points. Hence, the game just rewards people who put more time into playing online rather than people who actually are good. If you lost points, that person who is ranked Ultimate Grandmaster in CVS2 would actually be way low ranked because everyone has beaten this guy and agrees he sucks, but because he simply plays more than everyone else, he's the Ultimate Grandmaster of CVS2 online. He's the...
Hello, there's your Y pose right fucking there. Well, T pose, Y pose, same kind of thing, but he's holding it.
Burger.
There you go. Well, the same sort of thing kind of happened in Street Fighter 6. You know, you lose points in Street Fighter 6 as well, but it's not many. Like, you can literally get to to master through attrition. Phil's win-loss ratio in Street Fighter 6 competitive play across all 3 different fucking platforms is about 52% or 54%. It's something like that. It's either 52 or 54% win-loss ratio.
Oh my god, what's up?
And yet he still thinks he's fucking basically mastered the game as best as he can, and he's just not playing anymore because he's fucking tired of the fucking meta of the game, whatever. Bullshit excuses that way. Thank you very much, Nathan Ronan, for the super chat. It's a $2 super chat, sorry. It says, he uses a meta team in CVS2 and still loses. Exactly. Exactly. Dragonism's begging me to please cover up the Y pose again. I'm sorry. Hide that shit. We need to tick it though.
Burger.
It's important we need to have it ticked. I don't know. I can change the picture if you want. I can change it to something different.
Best player. In what fucking universe? In this broken-ass universe where Capcom half-assed their efforts to create posterity for their classic games. Anyone with 2 fucking brain cells would say, hey, guess what? If you win, you gain points. If you lose points. That would weed out the scrubs. But these collections don't. They reward time investment rather than skill. Now, I'm not saying that time investment shouldn't be a part of being good at a fighting game. I'm saying that just solely playing more than everyone else shouldn't ensure that you're the best ranked person. That doesn't even make fucking sense. That would be like saying someone who's a professional sports player is not as good as someone who just plays the sport more than them, right? LeBron James isn't as good at basketball as someone who plays basketball more than LeBron James does. What? That's how they judge it. It makes no sense. So these 3 key problems, okay? No crossplay, rollback netcode not actually being compatible with the classics the way that they were designed, and not losing points when you lose basically means these collections are crap. And so here we are, what, about 2.5 months into Capcom Fighting Collection 2? The collection is completely dead on every single platform except PlayStation. I can't play it on PC. I try. I can't find any opponents. They don't exist. Everyone stopped playing it over there. The only way I can find players is PlayStation 5. And the sad fact is, when I play, it's almost always against someone who's higher ranked than me, and they suck. They have a bad internet connection, likely on purpose. They roll and mash buttons to get wins in CVS 2. They don't even understand the fundamentals of the game. They don't.
Well, you lost 12 times on Friday night. I'm just saying, Phil, you got your arse kicked 12 separate times in a game you claim to be superior at.
Combos, they have no strategy. They literally roll mash in lag, and this is the game. That's not the game. If you try to roll mash in a tournament, you will have your ass handed to you in a paper bag, and you'll be laughed out of the building as you go 0-2. But you do it online, you apparently win a ton, and you get rewarded and get called a master or a grand master. That is a joke. And that is why these fighting games don't have posterity right now. Even though Capcom attempts to sell them to you in these collections, they'll never last more than just a couple of months. Seriously.
Who fucking cares?
And that's disheartening for someone like me who, to be honest, doesn't really like the modern fighting games that much. I'll play them, I'll learn them at a base level, but I don't want to invest a ton of time in any of them, because at the end of the day, I do feel like they're too simplistic. They're based more on pattern play and guessing rather than actual skill and reaction.
Plus, you fucking hit a glass ceiling, and then you get fed out of fucking people just beating your ass all the fucking day long. Like, you fucking get to a certain point in these fucking fighting games, so then you just fucking just give up. You know, it's like, oh, fuck this shit, I'm fucking not playing anymore. The game's not fun anymore, because some random fucking shitter from, you know, fucking who knows where is beating my arse time and time again. With some sort of kame, some flowchart kame. Oh god, he hates it. Every time Phil saw a kame, just lost all hope. In Street Fighter 6. Phil fears kame, but only in Street Fighter 6.
I grew up in an era where you need to have massive, high-level skill, both hand-eye coordination, reactions, but also gameplay.
Reactions is the same as react. I'm going to count reactions as react.
Burger.
Oh my god, this is getting stupid now. That's like 3 in a row. Bullshit.
It means the same thing in my opinion. I mean, reactions react, same sort of thing. I think it deserves to count.
Not just, I'm doing my pattern now.
Hold on. Phil has demonstrated his gaming abilities by jerking off 2 invisible cocks at once. Hold on. Let's just enjoy this for what it's worth in this bizarre kind of copium. So, Phil was talking about back in the day. This is like 20 years ago. He's talking about here, okay?
But I don't want to invest a ton of time in any of them, because at the end of the day, I do feel like they're too simplistic. They're based more on pattern play and guessing rather than actual skill and reaction. I grew up in an era where you need to have massive, high-level skill, both in hand-eye coordination, reactions, but also gameplay. It's not just, I'm doing my pattern now, I execute my pattern well. It's thinking on the fly. Adjusting every single moment you're playing, because you might run into a new strategy or a new thing you've never seen, and you have to try to learn a way around it. Not just, oh, well, with Bison, you just do these 3 things over and over till you get to the corner, and then you guess it, and then you win. No, that's not even, in my mind, that's not even a fighting game. That's modern Street Fighter 6. It drives me nuts, because classic fighting games are very different, and that's why I'm not in love with modern fighters. Not that I absolutely detest them. I played Street Fighter 6 for nearly 2 years straight. I got great at it. I had, like, what, 5, 6, 7 characters at master rank, and I was busy. I mean, you saw, even with my Shiranui, that I could do it whenever I want. Any of these new characters comes out, I could get readjusted to the game. I'll go right to master with a new character.
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
It's not a big deal. But the thing is, it's just not that fun to play. I prefer the classics. So why is it I can't play the classics? Why is it that if I want to play a classic fighting game with a good connection, with anything that people will play, I have to play on Fightcade, which literally I have to steal the ROM illegally from the internet to play it? Does that make any sense? If Capcom is serious about posterity of the classics, they need to actually put effort in. They need to make a collection that has crossplay, that has some kind of tweak to the netcode, because just tossing the bare bones rollback netcode into these games is not working. And they need to have a real ranking system where you gain points when you win, you lose points when you lose. It actually tries to match make you appropriately against people of your same skill level. None of these things are present in the current collections, so they die out right away. And people are right back to Fightcade to illegally play these games, and then these collections die.
Oh my fucking god, you're kidding me. Hold on a second. Phil can't play the beta Battlefield 6 because it's over. He left it too late to play it. There's no fucking way. Hold on. 12:37. Hold on. I want to see this now. I don't want to wait. I want to see this right now. So 12:37:17 is where we're at in bingo. Okay. Hold on. We need to skip to live DSP. Hold on. We need to skip to this shit. Fuck. I don't care. We can always go back. We can also go back. Okay. We will go back. Okay.
Right now, only you could hear the game. But I gotta make it that I can hear the game through here.
So this is not bingo. I'll say fuck it. This is not bingo, but
test
it's
now. Hold on.
Let's
No, I hear nothing. Great. Maybe it's because it's already played.
Cannibal is showing up for the special, right? So we're Cannibal to...
No, I can't hear it. What the hell? I
Hold
can't
on.
hear it for some reason. There's maximum volume.
Oh, bullshit. He said he got in. It wasn't over, so... Ah, Sonny. Fucking cock-teasing bastard. God damn it. God damn it. You lied to us all. Damn it. I guess temporarily he couldn't get in, and so people are like, hold on.
It's showing his playthrough.
Hold on, I want to get to the point here.
Table. Okay. So the camera will look a little different. There's nothing I can do about that. The camera's going to look different. Microphone has to be moved because, like, if I try to...
Okay, to be fair, oh, it's his headphones that weren't working. Oh, you bastard. Oh, you evil bastard. Oh, you had it going. Oh, you... Oh, it happens. I can forgive you. Millions wouldn't get, millions wouldn't forgive you, but I say, I am a magnanimous person, you know what I mean? I am not a vengeful king, you know what I mean? I have a heart of gold. It's okay. If Phil was having a problem with his headphones, it wasn't a problem in the game, but it is what it is. Nothing you should do. Let's go back to where we were then. Hold on. So what was the timestamp? 12:37:17. So we'll just go back to 12:37:17. And here we go. This is where we left off. Cool, so fantastic stuff. Bingo continues. Damn.
What's really sad is, as you guys know, my favorite fighting game of all time is Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo.
Who fucking cares?
That's the one that back in the day I got really good at.
Seriously, Phil. Wow, what a surprise, guys. Did you guys know that Phil's favorite fighting game was Street Fighter 2 Super Turbo? You guys didn't know that? Wow, I don't know. It's like Phil never mentions it ever, does he? He never ever mentions a shit.
I was winning tournaments. Highest place at Evo, nationals, won multiple Evo qualifiers like Evo East and others. And I love that game. Right now, there is no way for me to play that game legally. That's worth my time. There's 2 different collections that have it. They're both insanely laggy to the point where there's no point in even booting the game. It's not like you're actually even playing Super Turbo when you play those collections. The connections are god-awful. Insanely bad to the point where, again, you could jump around with Blanca, mashing light attacks and mashing throw, and you can't stop it. It's unbeatable. And that's not the game. At a competitive level, Blanca is the worst character in the game. With these collections, he's actually one of the best. And there's nothing you can do about it but accept it because they put no effort in. So, what's sad is I want to play Super Turbo, right? If anything, this last year, you had the collection that had Marvel vs. Capcom 2. That's one of the big 4 I used to play. You have the collection now that has CVS 2. And I've actually gotten good at CVS 2. Like me now, these teams I'm playing, I'm actually doing really well. I'm playing at a tournament level from back in the day. If I had the skill I have now back in the day in CVS 2, likely I would have been placing top 8. I'm not...
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Not kidding. But there's no way for me to play Super Turbo. Will they ever come out with a collection that has a good version of Super Turbo that I can play? Like they tried a few years ago. If you remember, was it 3-4 years ago they had that collection? It was terrible. The netcode was awful, no crossplay, and the game ran at the wrong speed. What happened was because they were using crappy emulation in this collection, certain stages ran way too fast. Like Zangief stage was literally like a third faster than all the other stages. So whenever you played on Zangief stage, certain characters couldn't even be beaten. Like Vega just wall dodge. I can't even stop him because it's so running too fast. You can't even stop or block or nothing. It's brainless, stupid shit. Anyone with any kind of know-how would tell you this isn't fly, but Capcom didn't care. They sold it anyway. Did they consult anyone who was good at the game? No. Did they care? No. All they care about was this. Minimum effort, maximum profits, short term. We know this collection will die in 2.
Look who's fucking talking. With fucking minimum effort, maximum fucking... Look who's fucking talking, Phil. Look at your content. Let's fucking spin it back round to you then, shall we? DS Politics fucking died a fucking death. Because after fucking a month or so, people fucking lost interest in your fucking boring asinine political takes that weren't very interesting to begin with. Plus you ignored Trump. You ignored the big fucking burning hot topic of Donald Trump because you don't want to fucking alienate your fucking viewers, so probably. For some fucking reason. And then you fucking wondered why there was no interest in your fucking bizarre politics show. Probably because you ignored most of the fucking press and big major political discussions during it. You know? I wondered if I fucking died a fucking death and so I fucking got dropped by the way fucking wayside. It was smart, guys. Well, if he carried that shit in his fucking back for the longest fucking time. And people only fucking care about smart guys, not because of the fucking wrestling content, but because of the Grill Phil segments afterwards. What about the fucking throwback channel? Fucking Phil used to fucking do throwback streams, fucking no one cared about that either. Phil is primary focus, Phil Burnell, is immediate reward, maximum gain. What about Lego streams? I can go on and on. Lego streams fucking died a fucking death and all. After a month or so. Because not a lot of effort went into it, not a lot of thought went into it. It was just fucking him expecting maximum fucking profit and reward for minimum fucking effort. So for him to sit there and fucking bitch and whine and moan about Capcom all caring about fucking money and putting fucking minimum effort into what they're fucking doing, they didn't even have to bother, Phil. They have a very successful game right now in Street Fighter 6, which has got a lot of attention still and a lot of players playing their fucking game. They never had to bother releasing fucking Capcom vs SNK 2. That was not a necessity for them. They done it anyway to fucking appeal to people. For the sake of nostalgia. Yeah, did it make them some more money? Probably, but not much more. Like, not compared to the fucking money they're getting fucking playing Street Fighter 6. Street Fighter 6 is their big, main, massive money spinner. Compared to SNK 2 would have got like a little bit extra money, but it's not a huge fucking deal. You're sitting there trying to imply that Capcom only releases game purely for financial benefit and nothing else whatsoever. If that was the case, wouldn't they have put a lot more effort into trying to promote it and get players playing it so they can get more people playing their games and buying their games and making more money playing these games? You're complaining about the games being dead and Capcom not doing anything to try and generate attention for it, but at the same time you're saying they only made a game because of money. Your arguments are kind of falling apart here, Phil, really, when you think about it.
Months anyway, make our money quick and go run and put it towards something else. Pathetic. So now I have to wonder, will I ever actually get to play Super Turbo again? I might not. And before you say, well, Phil, why don't you play Fightcade? There's one glaring problem with Fightcade. It's not safe. Fightcade is not safe at all. Because Fightcade is...
Oh, every single peer-to-peer fighting game has the exact connection that Fightcade has. The excuse that Phil's would to give here exists in every single fighting game Phil plays currently.
This third-party, unlicensed thing. It's unprotected. If you play someone in Fightcade, you can see their IP. Not directly through Fightcade, but easily using, programs. You can easily see the IP address of anyone you play on Fightcade. So the moment if I went to play on Fightcade, someone would get my IP address. Next thing I know, I'd be DDoS attacked and I can't work. Right? And you might say, well, that's not a problem for most people in the FGC. You're right. However, it's still a problem. It should be fixed. And you shouldn't be relying on a third party to develop technically an illegal way to play the classics.
So if you want to know Phil's current IP address, why don't you just fucking ask Profit? Because Profit has Phil's IP address because he was able to fucking get it when Phil was playing him at Street Fighter 6.
Capcom owns the rights, has the ability, has the manpower. They could do it if they actually gave a damn.
Anyway, Profit won't give you the IP address. He has the IP address. He sent an email to Phil saying this and explained to him that these fighting games, even Street Fighter 6, has the exact same issue. It's a peer-to-peer fighting game, so your opponent can use a fucking IP sniffer tool and fucking find out your IP. All these fighting games are peer-to-peer fighting games. You know what I mean? So it doesn't matter if it's fucking Fightcade or Street Fighter 6. They all have that same fucking weakness where your opponent can potentially find out your IP address. And Phil proved this. Sorry, Profit proved this by fucking showing Phil his information, telling Phil his information. Phil didn't respond to Profit. But yeah, if Profit was a more nefarious crow individual, he would have maybe done something with that information. But he's not that bad. He's a bit of a pervert, but he's not that mean. Oh, and apparently Phil has been whaled out today. Oh, for God's sake! Besides Phil got me going. A whale just arrived. He was at $33. Now he's at 34. You son of a bitch. You had me going there for a second, you know? I was fucking prepared to fucking just press this button and everything.
But Capcom has become greedy. They care more about microtransactions, they care more about seasonal updates, they care more about stream monster views, rather than actually putting out good games and good versions of the classics. So now, You could spend $40 every year to buy another collection. That's another version of a game that's already been out, and it'll play like shit, and you'll lag, and it will have no good ranking system and no crossplay. And Capcom doesn't seem to care. The problem is the
So you keep buying them, Phil, as well. So if you stop buying them, maybe they'll fucking get the hint and they'll stop making them. You keep buying every single one of these fucking games, Phil.
GC could fix it, but they don't. Instead, they just accept it, they drop more money, and then they move on. And then they're back to the next stream where they're hyping up Street Fighter 6 and all this shit. I want to know why, in a community that has grown so much in the last 10 to 15 years, become more mainstream, has big money behind it, why have they not actually solved this problem? Why is no one in the FGC talking about it? It's common knowledge. If you actually talk amongst players who play these games, they will all say to you, oh yes, this is truthful, this is actually happening.
Fucking cares?
But then why is it not actually a big topic of discussion? Why is there not an actual demand to Capcom to fix it? And why do people keep spending money on these bad collections? I don't understand it. It just sucks. Like, for me, I want to play the classics, and I still don't have a good way to do it. And it's unfortunate. The thing is, I'm no longer part of the FGC. So I have no power, no clout. Me saying this on my podcast, maybe on some insanely rare chance, someone in the FGC will hear me say this, and then they'll talk about it. But I doubt it. I do think that this is something that needs to be addressed. These games will be lost to time if we don't have actual good modern versions to play. And we don't have them. We're not allowed to have them because Capcom just wants to keep selling Street Fighter 6 a millionth time. I'm okay with them selling Street Fighter 6 a millionth time, but I also want to be able to play the games I grew up with. And that's my problem. We're losing our grip of the classics because they just want to keep making more money on Street Fighter 6. Well, I'm tired of it.
But Phil, you keep spending money on those games as well. If they're going to keep releasing Street Fighter 6 a million times, you'll probably keep buying it a million times because you fucking did it for fucking... You've bought the fucking same game 3 separate fucking times already. Let that sink in. Phil has Street Fighter 6 on Xbox, on PlayStation, and for PC. And if it fucking played okay on Nintendo Switch 2, he probably would have fucking bought it for that as well.
We can have both worlds. You can have your Street Fighter 6, but I should also be able to have my Super Turbo. Why can't I?
I'm so sorry. Hearing him say this is so pathetic. I want my Super Turbo. I want to fucking bask in the glory days of when I was fucking semi-decent at video games. At this one video game. Bring back Super Turbo 2. Make Super Turbo 2 great again, but only for me. I don't want anyone else playing it. No one else is allowed to play Super Turbo 2 because if ever people play Super Turbo 2, they might fucking be better at Phil than Super Turbo 2. Here is what I think would be funny to happen. Can you imagine if Capcom actually fucking did what Phil wants, okay? And they actually fucking made like Super Turbo 2, and it went mainstream, and it got super popular, and everyone fucking played it. That would be the worst possible case scenario for Phil Burnell, because if everyone fucking played it, and I mean everyone in the FGC and all the fucking normal shit as well, people, all the random average gamers as well, if everyone fucking played it, that would just fucking mean that there'd be more people to prove they're better than Phil Burnell at his game when he comes across trying to play him in the one game that he fucking loves. And of course, you know what, it doesn't matter how good this game, you know, if Capcom recreate Super Turbo 2 and they do a perfect fucking job of it, Phil Burnell would claim that they fucking messed up if he cannot win in the game as much as he expects to fucking win in the game. It'd be fucking hilarious. It's not going to happen, of course, I mean, but it'd be fucking hilarious. Phil fucking just loves like, living in glory days, like good old fucking glory days on. Phil used to be semi-decent at one particular video game when no one else was fucking really playing the fucking game anymore, because Phil, in like fucking 2005 or whatever, was playing a very old game. I'm going to rewind this just so we can hear it again in its full context. Fuck it. I'll rewind it like 20 seconds or something.
To play, and we don't have them. We're not allowed to have them because Capcom just wants to keep selling Street Fighter 6 a millionth time. I'm okay with them selling Street Fighter 6 a millionth time, but I also want to be able to play the games I grew up with. And that's my problem. We're losing our grip of the classics because they just want to keep making more money on Street Fighter 6. Well, I'm tired of it. We can have both worlds. You can have your Street Fighter 6, but I should also be able to have my Super Turbo. Why can't I? Back in the day, there was a big four different styles of fighting game that you could jump between and enjoy. Today, there's one, Street Fighter 6. If you don't like it, you have to leave Capcom and go play Tekken or Mortal Kombat or Guilty Gear or any of these other zillion games that are out or coming out. But you can't just have variety in Capcom anymore. That's a problem. I don't know why the FGC is so accepting of it, to be honest. I don't get it. Put your money where your mouth is, right? And, you know, if you really want to see Capcom do something, people have to actually be verbose about it and talk about it.
Look who's talking. Like, you keep buying their shit though, you call it shit, but you keep buying it. Sometimes multiple times.
And bring it up. Remember the hashtag release or free, it was free MVC2, right? Hashtag free MVC2. Well, eventually we got a Marvel collection. Sadly, it's already dead. It hasn't even been a year. Are you aware of that? It hasn't even been a year since that Marvel collection came out. It's dead. If you go to play it, you can only find people in Marvel 2, nobody else. That's it. Why? Because it's shit. No crossplay, terrible online play, bad ranking system. But why is no one talking about that? Free MVC2 was such a big thing. That's the FGC, man. I don't know. You tell me. Maybe it's because there's no money in it. Maybe because talking about Street Fighter 6 constantly every day will get you some attention and views and money. And talking about the classics doesn't do shit, right? Like, literally, right?
Because Phil is fueled and motivated by money, he assumes every single other fucking gamer is as well, I guess.
Now, I probably could have talked about any other topic for the last half hour, and I would have made money. But instead, I talked about old school Street Fighter, because I wanted to on my own show. And
Oh my god, is he seriously fucking guilt tripping his audience right now? Because, is he seriously guilt tripping them all right now? That, because he talked about this subject, he wasn't given as much money from his audience. There's no fucking way, there's no fucking way, there's no fucking way.
Talking about Street Fighter 6 constantly every day will get you some attention and views and money. And talking about the classics doesn't do shit, right?
Fucking bitch.
Thank you very much to Darkside Ranta for the $10 super chat, who says, Phil, Street Fighter 2 Turbo didn't have online when you were playing, so if you add something that didn't exist to a classic game regardless of netcode, there may be problems. Check my logic. Exactly, that's what Phil kind of touched upon that earlier on, to be fair, where he says that these games didn't have online play because it was like fucking just solely arcade cabinets, whatever, you know what I mean? So the only time you could play multiplayer was locally, of course, you know. So, I mean, whether it was some sort of like home console or an arcade or whatever, they had no online multiplayer aspects to them. It's like, it's hard to understand. Like, I don't think it's possible to give Phil what he wants in a modern way, if that makes sense. The only way for Phil to get what he wants would be probably to fucking play the original game offline. You know? Maybe emulate it, but have it local. I don't know though, he's a fucking delusional fuck. But yeah, thank you very much for the super chat, Darkside Ranter. But he's about to fucking say something fucking stupid. This is just sheer fucking greed.
Like, literally right now, I probably could have talked about any other topic for the last half hour, and I would have made money. But instead, I talked about old school Street Fighter, because I wanted to on my own show. And what are you gonna do? I guess the only way. Sometimes you gotta talk about stuff and stick up for what you feel is right or something that's a valid topic rather than worrying about printing money every moment. Well, that segment's done, so now it's time to print some money. So ladies and gentlemen, please support the stream right now. Let's get some support rolling in. In fact, let's do some shout outs. We got Ava Cowboy Fan, 4 months as a member. How are you doing? Updates on RPGs and React? Updates on RPGs, I don't know what you mean. We're starting Suikoden 2 this week, or Suikoden 2 this week. Reacting, I'm not even thinking about right now. Thanks for 4 months of support. We've got Bam Bam, who did a $4.99 super chat and said, there's a homeless man with a starving child, but clearly you need this more than them. Well, doesn't really matter because you gave it to me. So it doesn't matter if they need it or not. You gave it to me. That was your choice. You do what you want with your money. Remember that. That's your power to do that, right? There you go. Red Eyes Black Dragon did a $5 super chat and says, Sonic Freedom Fighter 2 Plus is my favorite fighting game. Is that a real fighting game? I am aware that there was a 3D fighting game of Sonic way back in the day, but I don't know what it was called, and I've never played it.
Who fucking cares?
Okay. Thank you for the $5 super chat. That's our biggest one of the day so far. All right. So Ava Cowboy Fan did a $1.50 tip. That makes him the top tipper of the day so far. Crap. And they said, what do I think about the Persona 3 Reloaded trailer for Nintendo Switch 2? I don't think I've seen it. Do you think it spoiled a lot of major story elements in the trailer?
I have a feeling I know what this is, Broside Phil. Broside Phil has sent me a link to a tweet on his fucking account. I have a strong feeling I'm about to see one of the latest Chronicles of the Masturbations. Yeah, I'm sure I fucking leave. Well, yeah, go for it. Fucking just go to the site. I'm not leaving the fucking stream. I'm fucking Phil's stream's still here. Yeah. Yep, here we go. You can have your Street Fighter 6, but I should also be able to have my Super Turbo. Why can't I? Phil Burnell, the Masturbations 224. Yeah, the quote's so much whinier, yeah. Sometimes you can hear quotes. Exactly, you can just hear quotes sometimes. Hey, fucking go. Hell. Darcy Ranter says, Phil, did you just say that? Jad, can I get Mucky telling Phil to shut up in response to that homeless man comment, please? I mean, I can try. No.
Shut your hole.
Oh, there we go.
I shouted spiders in the house. You don't pay rent. Fuck off.
That's a raw Mucky rant.
Titanic, motherfucker.
That's also a raw Mucky rant.
I mean, it's terrible.
That's not Mucky.
Oh God, shut the fuck up, you cunt.
There we go. That's all good. That's yeah. There we go. We got there in the end. We got to Mucky in the end. Well, the third time's lucky, I guess. Third time's a charm. Christ alive. There we go. The scenic route, but we got there eventually.
Oh, I don't know. Again, I didn't see it. Do you have a favorite Persona 3 Reload trailer? No, I think I've only seen one ever, and it was, the original. I look forward to a potential new trailer for Persona 4 Revival. I would just like to see something actually from the game. They literally showed...
To be fair, there is another Mucky quote, isn't there, where she's like, yeah, hold on.
I mean, it's terrible.
No.
Come the fuck.
Titanic, motherfucker.
Oh, damn it.
Hello there.
No.
I shouted spiders.
No.
Shut up.
No.
And she's a
No.
Shut the fuck up.
No.
Oh God, shut the fuck up, you cunt.
She has two of them.
Oh, shut the fuck up.
There's a second one. There you go. That's the one you're looking for, isn't it? That's the one you're looking for.
The character walked down the street 2 steps, and that was it. It would be nice to actually see what the game will look like. They haven't actually shown it off yet. At least in my opinion. Let's see. I want to express some frustration. I didn't break any rules, but I get banned in a couple different channels. I think it would have been more professional and mature if they gave me an explanation on what I've done. Now, how that relates to you, would you or your mods give me a warning or explanation if something happens to me? In reality, almost no one ever gets banned unless they're outright breaking the rules on purpose. Seriously, like, it's truthful that...
In reality... He's going to make a fucking do this again. Let me first of all refresh this current page. In reality, almost nobody gets banned. In reality... What were those words? In reality, almost nobody gets banned. We might be here a while scrolling down this list to populate all the bans that are currently on Kick. Oh, never mind the YouTube bans. It bans plenty of people on YouTube as well. But you can't track them like you can track the Kick bans. You know, so... Oh, jeez, man. Friendly reminder, Conure man got banned. 0 chat messages, exactly. Sometimes it's just sometimes your name alone is enough to get banned. Like, Street Smart Google employee was banned. Really, really real was banned. Blind daughter got banned, oh my. Uses the wife as a human shield, real was banned. Oh god, what else is there? It would take so long to load all these bans. It would take a long time to load all these bans. I wish you could load them all. I really wish you could load them all at once. But I need to scroll down to the bottom of my page and it'll populate more bans and it just takes forever. I need to go back all the way to like, we're still in 2025 for God's sake, so hold on. I'm going to go to just 2025 in this one. I'm not going to go past like 2025. 2024 is a different matter entirely, you know what I mean? But we'll just stop, you know, at this point here. Look at all these bans here. Jesus Christ, this was a busy day for him. How the hell is this? Hold on. How the hell is this one day? No. Hold on a second here. Look at all these bans here. From the 2nd of January 2025. This is insane. This is all in one day. There's no way. How is this possible? This is all the one day. There's no way. How? How is that possible? How the hell? Some of us, this is not all DSP, but some of it's DSP. Most of them were this guy, enemy warlock, whatever, but Phil was responsible for a few of them as well, I've seen, but Jesus Christ, man. How can you have as many bans in a day? See, the last few you're responsible for. How many is that? This current list population is 5,700 bans this year. 5,700 bans this year so far. And what was it Phil said there?
Done. Now, how that relates to you, would you or your mods give me a warning or explanation if something happens to me? In reality, almost no one ever gets banned unless they're outright breaking the rules on purpose. Seriously, like, it's truthful that my trollish idiots who hate me will say that, oh, Phil's chat is like Nazi mods and stuff. It couldn't be further from the truth.
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Moderation in both of my channels is a rare thing. It only happens if someone is outright going out of their way to break the rules. Like, they make a name that's outright offensive, right? They dox. They're outright saying something that they know is a troll meme that has been repeated a zillion times and is hurtful.
Why would I lie?
I imagine it's like breathing for you.
Or they're purposefully trying to get into an attack against someone. They're saying a racist thing. Stuff like that. In general, just coming in here, almost no one gets banned.
You mean like fucking Canadian Kirk, who you've had to fucking ban and unban several times or whatever, who keeps getting banned by YouTube? They say racist things all the time, Phil, and you keep unbanning them and letting them back in. I don't think he's fully aware it is public info, although if you told Phil that it exists, he would claim it's all the one person. Phil would try and say it's all one person that's getting banned all these times, making multiple accounts over and over again.
At all these days. It's hilarious. The meme that they make is Phil has so many accounts banned on Kick. Yes, and the account names are like insanely racist things, things that are doxing, things that are insulting other viewers, which is against the rules. It's obvious. Just look at the names and you can figure out why the account got banned right away.
Okay, sure. I'll do that. Okay, what's the first name? Comfort Zone Dave was banned by DSP Gaming Real today. Also, Postnasal Snort was banned by DSP Game. Wow. I don't see why those names were meriting a ban. I just thought they were having fun. Amy Ree was banned. The Stalin Therapist was banned. Investor Meeting was banned. Spoon of Doom was banned. Mega Man Reborn was banned. DSP Life Paid For by Dents Real was banned. Butt Liquor 707 was banned. He Doesn't Get to Cry. Wait, It Doesn't Get Crypto Sad was banned. Hanzo Banzo was banned. What the fuck, man? Not Fuse as Well was banned. So many different names. Broside Phil is asking, hey, I need a racism check. My band name was Gynomastia Real. Is that racist? Well, Phil might have thought it was racist because it's too big a word for him to comprehend. Mr. Valedictorian probably thought it was a fucking slur or something with a word that big, you know.
There's actually people who sit around here making 50 accounts a day, and then they come into the chat, say one word and get banned because their name is offensive. You know.
Why don't you back it up with a source?
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Now, what did you think would happen? But in general, people.
My dog, what's up?
Thank you very much to Ira for a $2 super chat who asked a simple question. Who's Tour 2014 Part 5 _ 037? Why was they banned? Who knows, Ira? Who knows?
Kick ban list tipped £1. Squeaky Wheels Jade was banned from Walking Forever.
Jesus Christ, man, that's a bit mean. I mean, it's true, but still, fuck me, man. Poor Jade. Leave him alone. He's a poor boy. He doesn't understand what he, you know. He doesn't know what he's watching. You know what I mean? I don't think he fully understands and comprehends. I'm pretty sure the RGBs are for Jade's, you know, is for Jade's benefit. You know, this is how Phil keeps Jade as a fucking fan, a loyal fan. You know, RGBs keep Jade entertained. Poor Jade. But thank you very much for your tip. Yeah, mean bastard.
Say one word and get banned because their name is offensive. You know, what did you think would happen? But in general, people don't usually get banned. All right. So there you go. What's up, John Gates Legacy? How you doing, man? Okay. See, no, I don't want to see Nintendo do another dual screen system. No, I don't. To be honest, the DS was interesting, and there were some games that used it creatively. A lot of the games that were the biggest ones didn't. Like, most of the first-party stuff barely ever used it to any kind of effect. It was mostly, like, more crazy, innovative puzzle games, beat games, stuff like that. But I think Nintendo should stick to what they do best, making good first-party creative games, rather than gimmicks. And I feel like the dual screen thing is a gimmick. Okay, so we have a little bit of time left. Now that I'm done ranting about classic Street Fighter sucking because Capcom doesn't care, let's do some Q&A, and let's get some support. All right? Let's get some support right now. Because again, if we're going to do DSP Tries It, the adult Happy Meal from McDonald's, we need to hit 8 goals by the end of this week. There's 10 streams. Can we hit 8 goals in 10 streams? Actually, it's 9 because that last stream is Thursday night. I'm not going to DSP Tries It on a late stream. So we have to do it in 9 streams. So let's get some support rolling right now. Let's get to $50 of support before the podcast ends. Let's do it. And then we have 100 to hit
Nope.
while I'm playing Battlefield.
Nope.
Here's the thing. When I was playing
Nope.
Battlefield on Thursday, people loved it, but I'm not talking with you guys because I got to play the game, and then no one was contributing, and then I mentioned it near the end, and then a whole bunch of people contributed and we hit the goal. Let's not do that. Let's hit the goal right away so that we can just focus on Battlefield. All right?
Nope.
What's going on, Jade? How are you? Good to see you.
Yes. Jade shows up, and Jade, I swear, Kick ban list summoned him with that tip.
Squeak squeak a free space.
We are 2 away from another full house. Thank you, Jade. You precious wee dent.
I have not seen the Twisted Metal show. I cannot comment on it. Yes, I'm absolutely terrified of AI completely destroying society. Yes. Cydia says, you seem so passionate about older games. The majority of the time when you play the most hyped new releases, they rarely live up to expectations or support. It depends. It does depend. But I just think that, sadly, these days, the newer, hotter AAA games just aren't as good anymore. They're certainly not as good as when I started as a YouTuber. Like I said, back then, you could buy any game from BioWare, from Ubisoft, from Bethesda, right? A Nintendo first-party title, and you were absolutely insured to get an absolute classic. A game that was original, tons of interesting gameplay, great visuals, everything. Like, it hit on all cylinders. Today, you buy a new AAA game, you're lucky if the game even works. You'll be lucky if you can play that game and it doesn't crash, and it doesn't have graphical issues, and it doesn't have, broken shit. You are the playtester. Even though you bought the game and you're the customer, you're also the playtester. That's sad. And then these games all now just paint by numbers. They don't try to innovate very much at all anymore. And a lot of the times if they do innovate, it's a one-trick pony deal. Like, look at Donkey Kong Bonanza. The first stage of Donkey Kong Bonanza blows you away because you're like, oh my god, the destruction mechanic is so unique. I've never seen a game with this much destructibility. Then you realize about a third into the game, that's all the game is. It's one mechanic used over and over and over. Like, oh my god, why is it the same thing so much? Like, why did they do that? So anyway, yeah, the classics, you can go back to them. They're not going to change. They're always going to be good. While these new games, sadly, they just don't live up to expectation, in my opinion. They don't. They try and fail to actually be as good as the way that the classics were.
Who fucking cares?
Oh, Sidious, that I don't know. He says, when you're doing a marathon of classic games like the Mega Man Marathon I did recently, and I crush it financially, do I think it has to do with the games? Do I think it has to do with just people coming by? Does it have to do with the marathon? It's all of the above, because I don't really think that there is one factor that is determining, support levels. There's been nights that I played GTA 4, and I made like $300, and there's been nights that I made like $30. It's the same game. So, what's the difference? I don't know.
And yet, you will blame the game when it doesn't do well. Which seems unfair, doesn't it, Phil?
Youth in how do I say your name? Youth in oh, is it Youth in Asia?
Yes, euthanasia is a fucking pun on fucking helping people die.
Youth in Asia, okay, says, I just say you play through all old school King of Fighters games on a stream, even if it's just you playing through the arcade modes. King of Fighters is an interesting series over the course of its existence. It is a
bomb. My biggest fans are idiots.
Well, thank you very much to Sonny for gifting 5 members to the channel. That gives us a free space, of course, which helps us get one step closer to a full house bingo card. But thank you very much, Sonny, for gifting members. And congratulations to the full one people for getting a membership. Congratulations to Robert Morey, SP Vinny, Mercedes Lutz, Bob Starsky, and Ante Adamian. So make sure you thank Sonny for giving you a membership. We just got one there, and thank you, Sonny, for giving those memberships. Very kindy indeed. We are 1 away from a full house as things stand. If Phil snorts or burps 4 more times, or takes a sip, we get a free space. If we get 75 likes on his bingo stream, we get a free space. And of course, if Phil says nervous, or what I mean by that is, or if he does siege mode, or his voice cracks, we win bingo. So there you go.
If it's just you playing through the arcade modes. King of Fighters is an interesting series because over the course of its existence, it has evolved quite a bit. When it first started, it actually started up as a game that was meant to be SNK, its version of like trying to compete with Street Fighter. It tried to combine Fatal Fury, Art of Fighting, and some other franchises all into one game. Then it evolved into its own thing and changed a bit, veered from the Street Fighter formula and tried to innovate and do different things. Its arcade modes / story modes are always unique because there's always a story involved.
Who fucking
and
cares?
Always usually a unique boss and a plot line. Like there's actually sagas. There's the Orochi saga, and then there's the Nests saga, and it's like anime. There's actually sagas across multiple games, and the stories are actually pretty interesting. But a lot of people don't know that because they're older games, and the more modern ones just haven't done very well. So people forget about these games after like, a month of them being out. So it would be interesting. I have to find a way to do it. Again, I don't think there's a way to do it, right? They don't sell them. They don't sell all the classic King of Fighters for posterity. You would have to emulate them. Don't you? Again, here we go again. Same topic we were talking about earlier with Capcom. SNK doesn't really have posterity for their classics either. Why not sell a collection? that has all the classic Fatal Furies, right? And
Who
maybe some
fucking
fighters and
cares?
fighters together. And they could sell it for like $60 if it has all those games. But then the problem is they have to put effort in. It has to be cross-platform. It has to have a good ranking system. All the problems that Capcom avoids and doesn't address, they would have to address too, you know? And that's what it is they don't want to put that amount of effort and time and money into this collection. They don't have faith in the classics, but I think it's sad.
So, like, why, if it won't sell well, if they're sure it won't sell well, why should they put time and effort into the classics to fucking just accommodate a very small niche audience? So, you are not the target demographic. Well, I mean, like, just because you want it doesn't mean that it's worth developing. There's no nicer way to put that, Phil, but just because you want it to happen doesn't mean that it should happen. Because if the game developers put all this time and effort and money and all that shit into trying to make some sort of fucking incredibly fucking robust thing, then by all means, it's like, it's got to be worth it for them.
Squeaky Wheels Jade tipped £1.36.
Oh my.
Squeak, 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 squeak. Big news, guys. I am pursuing a career in acting.
Jesus.
The guy in charge of auditioning told me to break a leg. I told him, how about 2?
Jesus!
It looks like you should perform some stand-up comedy instead of this puns like that, eh? Or maybe sit-down comedy, who knows. But yeah, that's a good one, Jade. That's a fucking good one. I guess I have a need. Thank you very much for your tip. Squeaky Wheel Jays, you roll your way to success, you fucking knock him dead in Hollywood, pal, yeah, you'll be the next big star, you know, rolling your way to fucking glory. If only the Oscars would fucking build a wheelchair accessible ramp, you could fucking be up there collecting your fucking little statue of the guy standing in all his golden glory, mocking you for him being able to stand while you can't. Anyway, thank you, I don't know, okay, sorry, I'm a bad person, I know, but it's not my fault, you know, I fucking blame Jade for bringing it to me. Oh, dig in there, Phil. Dig in there for your next snack. Get in there good and proper. And he wipes it in his shirt afterwards. You can't really see it, but he digs in his ear and then he wipes it in his shirt afterwards. Pay attention to it.
I love my life. I have so much fun. Everyone hates me.
Dirty bastard. You clatty bam.
Yes, I'm going to buy the new Mortal Kombat collection and play it online. I'll probably suck at it, but it should be silly fun.
People are talking about a nuclear button option. I mean, I've already got a goal going. Like that, if I get 7 more super chats, we get a free space. You know, that's so I can't replace the nuclear button option because it's in place technically. If that makes sense. Oh God. Oh, for fuck's sake.
Jade's GF tipped £1.
Oh God.
I've started dating Jade. I also have a problem with my leg. My name is Eileen.
That's funny. That's funny. That's a funny one. Eileen. Get it? Eileen. Oh, God almighty. It's the way you fucking tell them. It reminds me of a good joke, though. I don't know why it's a funny joke, but it's just to me it's a funny fucking joke, you know? It's like they played a twist, and so I done a twist. You know, I was in a club the other day, you know what I mean? I was fucking dancing along to all these fucking tunes in the club, you know? They played a twist in the club, so I fucking done the twist, you know? And I went and played the slosh, you know what I mean? So I done the slosh. And then they played Come On Eileen, and I got barred. I got arrested. Yeah, there you go. It's an awful joke, I know, but there you fucking go. Big ups to Eileen for fucking, you know, tolerating Jade's fucking squeaky wheels.
Jade says, I watched One Piece and I met Brooke. Oh, you went to a convention, you met the voice actor for Brooke? That's cool.
Who fucking cares?
What class will I play today in Battlefield 6? I don't know. I feel like Assault is the most boring class, because in Battlefield, the goal isn't to get a kill streak or rack up kills, it's to play your class. So when I was playing Engineer and using the RPGs to blow up vehicles, that was really fun. It really was. It was like super fun. So I might want to keep doing stuff like that. I guess we'll see. The Omega Man did a $2 super chat. He says, Phil, Lag Boss Slayer, Grind On Champ. Thank you to the Omega Man.
What?
All right, guys. We're nearing the end of the show. So last chance if you want to ask me something, but I will say this. Let's get some support. We have no support from Kick this morning. 0. We got to hit this goal today for sure. All right, we want to get momentum and we want to do this DSP Tries It this week. We need to hit a goal on this very stream. We need support. So for God's sakes, let's get our first sub of the week right now over on Kick. Let's get 1 sub right now from Kick.
Are you nervous, Phil?
Oh, JT's been in the show. Oh, are you watching One Piece and you got to the Brook plot line? Isn't that called Killer Bark, I think? The Killer Bark plot line?
Who fucking
Breath
cares?
of Fire, I think I rented once when I was younger, but I never owned it and never seriously played the series, no. Can we get our tip bigger than $1.50 this morning? Please? I would like to. The thing is, momentum continues when a few people start, you know,
here we go.
Back to back. And people were doing that, but it was during my CVS segment, so I didn't shout it out immediately, and now the momentum is gone. The thing is, sometimes you just got to do what's best for your topic, and my topic needed to be talked about without interruption, so I could get through everything I had to say.
Who fucking cares?
Captain Borek, good morning. How are you? It's actually afternoon here now. All right, I guess we're done. No one's tagging me anymore. I guess we've talked about all the topics people wanted to talk about. All right, we're going to jump into Battlefield 6 then. So, FYI, the way I'm doing stuff this week, I know we didn't go through the schedule, okay? Tomorrow, I'm resuming Mafia the Old Country. Being that I absolutely want to beat that game this week, okay? We're doing 2 major streams of it, and I've scheduled it so the days that I'm doing those streams, we are not doing a podcast. That way, we'll do like a hangout session for half an hour, but I'll start gameplay by noon, and we can get between 3 and 4 hours of gameplay in of Mafia every time we play it. I'm hoping between those 2 streams, we'll be able to do it, okay? So, tomorrow, there is no podcast at all, but instead we'll be doing a hangout session.
Member bomb.
My biggest fans are idiots.
And thank you to Sonny for getting 5 more members, which of course means we've won bingo. If Sonny has saved the day once again. Sonny has saved many a bingo stream back in the past, and they have saved this one as well today. We've got a second bingo victory today, courtesy of their kindness and generosity. So thank you, Sonny, for giving 5 more members, and congratulations to the following people for getting membership. Congratulations to the Roland Gollum, the Agostino Zinga Show, the Man 313, Low Carb Madman, and Sadie. So if you just got a membership there, make sure you thank Sonny for giving you a membership there, and of course thank you very much, Sonny, for you. Not only for your kindness and generosity and support, but of course for helping us secure bingo and freeing us from the bad man. So let me just tick off these squares.
Burger, 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 burger.
There we go.
Full house. Oh boy, how exciting. Anyway.
We got a full house, but that centre square terrifies people, so let's just hide that for now. There you go, that's a lot better, that's a lot better. That's a big improvement in the fucking bingo square. We don't have to fucking see. She's a big fucking bitch, isn't she? But yeah, there we go. We won bingo, victorious in bingo, so that adds $10 to the bingo prize fund. Excellent stuff indeed. So there we go. Fantastic stuff. So let's, now we can just fucking do whatever we want. Phil has basically finished his podcast from here, so we can go to live DSP. I should just hide the fucking chat. Who cares? And go to live DSP. How's he doing? Let's see. Is he any better?
Stuck. I can't move.
Nope, he's
I
not.
got stuck on a stupid thing. What is this? Look, a box? What the fuck is this? I got stuck on this dumb thing.
As soon as we get to live DSP, he's...
Well, that sucked.
He's dead.
I was stuck on a dumb box, and I couldn't get out of the way.
The poor box.
It sucks, so they might take C. Yeah, they're taking it. Son of a bitch, we gotta get in there.
Ah, goodness me. Right,
I can't get up.
I think I'm going to stop it there. Because who cares? We're done with the bad one. Okay, but guys, thank you very much for joining me for some robust DSP bingo antics for today. I will redirect you guys to Rockville if you want to fucking check him out being bad at the game. Because it's always fucking funny seeing him try to struggle his way through a game, pretending to fucking good at the game, but there you go. But guys, thank you very much, as I said, for joining me for some bingo antics. I hope you all had a very fun weekend, very enjoyable, robust weekend. And yeah, I'll be back tomorrow for some more bingo antics. Remember, tomorrow's show, probably shorter, 3x3 bingo card, because Phil's not doing a proper podcast for it, and all that jazz. But yeah, I'm going to wrap things up there, and I'm going to end how I always end, by putting today's PIG contributions made by the supremely talented Pixar Animations. But until tomorrow, guys, enjoy the rest of your Sunday, and I'll catch you all later. Goodbye.
On September 14th, a pre-authorized payment of $16.51 from PayPal.
All right, Luna Mills has tipped me $1.30. It says, I'm back. What's your favorite type of shower? When you're showered in money. When you go outside, all of a sudden, greenbacks start falling from the sky. And you raise your face up, you're like, oh, you start dancing, you go, oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. All right, I don't know what the hell you're talking about, but thank you for the first tip of the day. yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Money, money. Yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money. Yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. Show me the money.
Free.
Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Money, money, yeah, yeah. Money, money. Oh, money, money, yeah, yeah. These contributions are mandatory. And it's gone, just gone like that.